On this episode of PhilmPod, this is going to be episode 32 and technically season 2, episode 2 of the Film Podcast. We're going to be talking about movie announcements, what we've been watching, the English Teacher season 2 review, Gen V season 2 episode 7 review, Roofman movie review, and the Tron Ares movie review. But anyways, welcome to Film.
Sorry.
Nah, you good?
It's becoming
Welcome to
iconic.
Film. Oh, it is?
It's becoming iconic. I don't know. But anyways,
welcome to Film, where we break down films in a way anyone can enjoy. Whether you're new to movies or a seasoned fan, you're in the right place.
Yes, you
and
are.
to my left, because I always know Izzy's to my left.
I'm always to your
because
left.
that's my homie.
Always.
I got my homie, Isaiah, ZDB, Aramia.
Oh,
How
yeah.
you doing today, sir?
I'm living. I'm living. I'm doing pretty good, actually. Life's been good. Life's treating me well. I'm still playing with audio, actually. It's just how much of a perfectionist I am. So if
There
my
you go.
audio just went up just a little bit, it's because I have problems. Anyways,
Nah,
Phil, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Hey, it's been a busy week. My birthday was on Sunday, so it was a really good birthday. It was a really good birthday. So I was just chilling.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
What the heck?
What?
I'm an awful friend.
What are you talking about?
I didn't
don't-
know it was your birthday on Sunday.
I don't broadcast that much. I just chill. Like it's no big deal. Like
October 12th is your birthday.
yeah, October 12th. It's okay.
Like every
It's
year,
okay.
every year October 12th it's your
Every
birthday.
year, October 12th.
I'm putting it in my calendar.
Hey, I appreciate it though.
I'm gonna get you
Appreciate
something
it,
too.
Nah, it's cool, man. It's
Nah,
cool.
nah. You can't do that to me. See, this is what you did. Is you made me feel. You're like, yeah, I don't really broadcast it much, but I say
Yes, I
it live
don't.
on the podcast.
I
say it
don't
live on the
ask
podcast.
anybody. I don't tell them.
Let's make Isaiah feel awful. When's my birthday? Exactly. Nah, I'm just kidding. I
Low-key, I'm a horrible friend too, because I don't know when your birthday is as well.
No, but your
I'm
birthday
so-
passed and I didn't say happy birthday. Phil,
It's okay.
happy
It was a
birthday.
Sunday.
It's a pleasure working with you. You're an awesome guy, and trust me, a gift is coming your way soon. I'm gonna add a tab for a gift right now. So I don't
Hey, I
forget.
appreciate it. Just stay on the film pod, please. That's all I need. Please stay on the film pod.
Yeah, I won't leave, bro. Won't leave.
Nah. Anyways, bro. That was an awesome opening. I appreciate the happy birthday wish right
Of
there.
course.
Or happy birthday blessing, happy birthday message.
Whatever.
How do you?
One of them.
Never mind.
One of them.
It
We
don't
legally
matter.
can't sing happy birthday on the podcast, so I won't.
Wait, that's true.
Well, technically the song is copyrighted, so if we
Oh,
did
never
sing
mind.
it,
Yeah, don't
like
sing it.
it's the same way. Like if you were to go to a restaurant, they will never sing you like the actual happy birthday. Like if it's like a big brand, like Chili's, right? Chili's doesn't sing happy birthday. They have their own version because if they
You know
get,
what?
if they get recorded, they can get sued.
That makes sense.
Just a
I
little-
wonder if
just
the
a little-
Stevie Wonder. I wonder if Stevie Wonders would work. But anyways, let's get into the first section before we
Oh,
get
yeah.
into our favorite section.
Favorite
Movie
section.
announcements.
Oh yeah.
Izzy, I have 2 movie announcements that I want to talk to you about.
All right, hit me.
I'm gonna start with the maybe semi-boring one, but I
Okay.
love this one.
Yeah.
We are officially getting, reported by Variety News and posted by Hollywood Handle,
Oh,
a
yeah.
live-action Jetsons movie that Jim Carrey is in talks to star in.
Yes, I saw this
What do
today.
you think about this, man? What do you think about it? Have you ever seen the Jetsons?
Yes,
before?
I've seen the Jetsons. I've
Okay,
seen the
I'm just
Jetsons. Look, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I love the Jetsons. I haven't seen a lot of the Jetsons, but I'm very familiar with the Jetsons. So this is pretty cool. I don't have a bit. I imagine since you're old, like you would have a like more of an opinion than I would.
I
But
pretty much am.
it's cool. Like it's definitely cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm excited for this only because, well, one, I am looking forward to the fact that Warner Bros. I believe is picking up the project and producing it. But 2, Jim Carrey is gonna be in the movie,
Yeah.
and I wonder if he's really gonna play. I'm so sorry. I watched this show a lot on
No, he
Boomerang as a
didn't.
kid. I
No, he didn't.
forgot the characters' names, but
That's
I wonder if he's gonna
embarrassing.
play the father because I think he would
George
kill it
Jetson?
as the father. George Jetson. There we go.
Is
George
that
Jetson.
correct?
Me, George Jetson. Yeah. I
Wait,
remember,
that's
'cause part of
correct?
the theme song. I believe so. Let me check it.
Dude, because I'm a genius if I got that right. Hold on, double check. We have to fact check that.
Double check.
Live
I remember
fact checking on the
Jetsons
podcast.
movie. Yeah, it's George. George Jetson, Jane Jetson, Elroy Jetson, Judy Jetson, and Astro.
All right, hold on. That's
Rosie
talent,
the Robot.
Right?
I loved Rosie the Robot.
That's
that
talent,
was
though, right? That I got that right,
clutch.
and I didn't even. Yeah, thanks.
That was very.
I'll be here all night. I'll be here all night.
But I'm telling you, bro, Jim Carrey needs to play George Jetson. Like, I would love it if he played George Jetson, because George Jetson. I mean, I love the whole family. All of them. I love them all. Especially when I believe it was the 2000s movie that came out.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of what put me on the Jetsons, because the Jetsons is pretty old. Like, it came out in 1962, 63. But the only reason why I'm also very excited about this movie is because I think this is coming out at a very good time. Because the Jetsons gives a vibe, so the Fantastic Four First Steps, no matter what we thought about the movie, it looked incredible. Yeah. It looked very incredible. I wonder if that movie can influence this new live action version of the Jetsons.
Oh, because for sure. You would imagine they would like match a lot of that style, probably.
Yeah, but that is literally what I kind of want it to be, but also like really silly, really funny, and whatever situation they're dealing with, my butt's gonna be in that seat watching it. You just need Jim Carrey being a part of this.
So cool.
Already won me over.
Yeah, it's really cool. I thought he retired. I thought he retired.
I think he's still on for Sonic 4, and I believe whatever other. Because
I could have sworn he said Sonic 3 was his last movie ever, and then
wait, really?
I mean, I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I feel like for a while, like Jim Carrey was talking about retiring, and then he didn't, and it was like, all right, I guess he's back. But yeah, who cares? Like, for him.
I'm just happy that he's gonna be a part of this. I'm happy that he's still acting because I love Jim Carrey, bro.
He's awesome. He is the GOAT. He's so funny.
Yes, sir. Yeah. All right. Big news. Really big news. Got me hype. I don't know how you feel about it, but
I don't care.
This is all I've been waiting on. Lee Pace is voicing Thrag in Invincible Season 4.
Okay, whoa, hold on. Okay, you can't act like, I don't know how you would feel about it. Dude, like what are you talking about? Like, of course that would be a big deal for me. You're insane.
All right, let's go then. Let's go.
Dude, it's awesome. Did you listen to the what's it called? The tease of it where they were at New York Comic Con and he like does the line, he starts talking.
Actually,
and then
I didn't hear it.
Dude.
I didn't hear
gosh. They like give you a taste of his voice and it's so good. It's so good. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe you were like, yeah, I don't know how you'll feel about this. What the heck?
Checking. I'm just checking, bro. You never know.
Oh
Imagine you're like, I wanted somebody else to voice that for.
When I started, you were with me. I have all 3 Invincible compendiums. I have the 2 Invincible books there. I probably have something else Invincible in my room around me. So, trust me, this is a big deal. This is hype. I'm excited.
Hey. I'm just checking because you never know if you're going to be like, well, you see, I like Lee Pace, but I wanted stinking Alan Richardson or somebody else to voice Thrag.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Look, here's my perspective. Yeah. I don't love Ronan as a villain, but his voice is awesome. So, like, this is cool that, like, this is happening. And for me, what did it more for me was, okay, I can go into the season with the confidence that the voice is going to be good and not have that, like, weird jarring experience with, I'm forgetting Conquest's actor.
Shoot. It's
anyways,
on tip of my
guy
tongue.
from The Walking Dead. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Regardless, like him, it was a very jarring experience. And for a second, I was like, and then throughout the episode, I was like, oh, never mind, he's killing it. But I'm happy I won't have that experience again, where I could just like be like, oh yeah, this is so awesome. But what excites me more is, dude, March 2026.
Yes.
That's in like 5 months. That's so close.
Bro,
the best show on television is coming back.
I'm not going to lie to you because I was this close. I was reacting to, and you guys should check it out, I was reacting to the Invincible Season 4 teaser trailer with Mark and Eve in the diner. But I got lit, bro. Like, I got so lit. You know what? I lost my train of thought. But either way, I got so lit when you see that image of Thrag pop up in the teaser trailer. Yeah. I just went, this is going so well. This is already my favorite teaser trailer. And then Eve's just talking. You know, there's the writing, there's the art. And then I just see a picture of Thrag. And I just went, that's Thrag. That's Thrag. We're going to get Thrag. Bro, like.
Everyone go check out the teaser reaction. Everyone go watch it.
Yeah, please go watch it. Because I literally just went, I paused it and I said, "This is already a 10 out of 10." I usually don't give 10 out of 10s that fast. That was probably the perfect teaser trailer to do leading up to a season 4. I'm not even gonna watch the official season 4 trailer. I'm not gonna do it. There's no
I will.
point.
All right,
All
you'll
you have
get
to
a
tell me was
reaction from
drags in
me.
it.
We'll get a rare Isaiah trailer reaction, and it'll
You
be
know what? You
it'll
can
be-
do it.
Yeah, it'll do
You
it.
can do it. I'm not gonna do it. But I'm just so happy because, well, you know what? We can go into what we've been watching because it
Oh,
mixes with
yours
it.
mixes. Okay.
It
All right.
mixes.
All right. Cool.
So
I'm assuming you want to go first then.
yeah, I want to go first. I want to go first
Go
because
first.
low key, I've seen Lee Pace in stuff before, but I started a new show that I was curious about because it's getting its third season. Foundation. I'm
Oh,
watching.
okay. I've been seeing
Yeah,
the ads for it.
bro. Foundation is pretty
Right.
good,
Right.
but Lee Pace in that show is actually scary. He's actually pretty scary. So
So I
Foundation,
just like
just
fat lied. I have not been getting the ads for it. So I think I'm thinking of a different show that like looks similar. Anyways, continue. I shouldn't cut you
I
off.
mean, you probably got the ad, but
Yeah.
Foundation is basically what I've gotten in these first two episodes is about these two mathematicians who one of them very smart, by the way. This show is very smart, very sci-fi, very everything. If you love Star Wars, Star Trek, um, either way, really good sci-fi. They are both really smart mathematicians, and one of them is a mathematician who made this equation or problem that can predict population sizes or whatever, and the equation can also predict when the empire or a certain civilization is going to end or is going to stop. And basically, he lives on this planet where there's this really dominant empire, like the best empire in the galaxy, I want to say. That's what I've gotten so far in the show. And they are ruled by three clones. They're named Dusk, Dawn, and I believe Day or something like that. But all three of them, there's one that's a young, like 6 or 7 year old. There's one that's in his middle 30s, and there's another one that is like a way older, like 50, 60, maybe even 70. But they're all the same person. And instantly when I heard that part, I was like, whoa, that's actually pretty interesting. And it's because they want to continue that line of ruling the empire because it's very efficient. And I was like, all right, you already sold me on that. That's very smart. The show is very complicated though, because then, my bad, I guess these it ruined it. I was going in, ruined it. My bad. Anyways, the show picks up for me because the other mathematician, she is a woman from a planet that doesn't love math, doesn't love science. She solves this crazy equation, meets with the mathematician because she won a grand prize to work with him. She meets this mathematician. He's like, "Hey, how you doing? You won the contest. You get to work on these crazy math problems with me, and we're probably gonna save the world." Just letting you know, we're gonna get arrested. What? What? I just got here. You gave me a beautiful room. Why are we getting arrested? Well, you see, the Empire doesn't like the fact that I made a math equation that predicts the downfall of their empire. So we're probably gonna get arrested. And we're probably gonna get killed. Just letting you know. When is all this gonna happen? Tomorrow. Why did you bring me here? Because you're smart. They go over. And it's just from that point on, there's other stuff that I don't want to spoil yet if you guys want to get into it. But it's very interesting. Like, obviously you've seen Dune 1, Dune 2. So I want to say it's a mix of Dune and Star Trek. It gives that vibe. It's Dune and Star Trek. It's very smart, very, like, the technology is insane that they use. Very, intellectual, but I'm still trying to understand and still get it. But it gives off a Game of Thrones type of vibe for a second too, so far. But it's very interesting. And Lee Pace in the show, he 1000% can play Thrag. Obviously because he played Ronan in stinking Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain Marvel. Yeah. But him in Foundation, he was born to play Thrag, bro. Let's be for real. He was born to play Thrag. I'm trying to remember the other role he played. I think it was in Lord of the Rings or something like that. But I don't know. Either way, perfect for the role.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Just to finish off what we've been watching, I started season 3 of Alice in Borderlands.
Cool.
I really like Alice in Borderlands. Have you ever seen it before?
No, you've told me about it though.
Yeah,
it's try to put me on.
Oh, My bad. It's a very, very, very. I want to say it's a better version of Squid Games, like a better version, because it's these people get. I don't know how. It's still hard to explain. They you get teleported or they end up in this other world that is Japan, but it's another version, like another universe of Japan or something. And they have to play all these different types of crazy games that can kill them. And they have to once they win these games, they get a card like a jack, an ace, a queen, a king. They have to collect all these cards in order to get out of this world. Season three, a little different. I don't know how it's a little different. I'm only on episode 3 now, but the games they play are intense. Like just like Squid Games, super intense. Obviously you can die if you lose, but this it's just it's on another level. It's like alien. I want to say aliens have taken over and just are making them play these crazy games, bro. I want to say
So
that's
they haven't
what's going
said why they're playing the games. Like it's just kind of like they do it.
And yeah, pretty much because that's the mystery of it that I love. Because like the first episode won me over because in season 1 because you have this guy who is very good at all these different games like mind games and everything. It's not just certain games. It's like any type of game you can think of. And he's good at puzzles, he's good at games, everything. He he's kind of a slacker at the start and he's always going out with his friends, hanging out, doing this, doing that. And next thing you know, they're having a fun day. They go into a building. They're in the bathroom trying to hide from these guys, I guess, that were trying to beat them up. They get out. Next thing you know, everybody's gone. And they only see a few people. Instantly, they're in this world. They're playing games. A lot of people die that he cares about. But he is a very good problem solver. Like, very good. But it's very intense, the games they play. And it's very, like, intense and scary. Like a much different mood than Squid Games. Because Squid Games, you have your fun moments. With this one, it's way more serious, way more like real stakes are on the line that you feel more than Squid Games, and that's why I appreciate it more. But season 3, the way season 2 ended, you thought that was going to be the last season, but then they came back with this one, and I'm kind of confused with it. Still trying to get into it, but obviously the games are still intense.
How far are you?
But yeah.
How many episodes in? Are you?
I'm only on the start of episode 3.
Out of how many episodes?
I believe there are 12.
Okay, cool.
Either way, I love Alice in Borderland. Season 1, I highly recommend you watch it. Highly. To finish off my list, because sadly I haven't been able to watch a lot, weirdly, this week I've just been so busy. But literally, before we started this podcast, I finished The Lost Bus, Apple TV movie. This movie, just to let you know, Matthew McConaughey is in it. And I believe
America Ferrera.
America Ferrera, sorry, star of Barbie, right beside Barbara.
But anyway. Real fans will know. Real fans will know. Star, one of the leads in Superstore. One of my
I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were gonna say it. That's tough though. But it was a pretty good movie. It was a pretty good movie. I don't want to say it was like crazy. You have to go watch it. Like Oscar nominated movie type thing, but it was a pretty good watch. Like it was in the 6-7 range. I want to give it a 7 out of 10, only because it was very cool the way they shot some of the scenes with the fire going over, the way they used the camera. I obviously like it seemed like it was CGI or. Yeah, it was really good cinematography, and it was really good action shots of what was going on in the town and how the fire was carrying over. But Matthew McConaughey, as a bus driver, low-key was so tough. Like, for a second, you almost thought of, like, this is a small-scale version, like an extremely small-scale version of Interstellar, where he's the dad who's trying to get back to his son. But
does he he puts the key in the ignition of the bus and he turns it, he goes, all right, and then he starts driving? Does that happen at all? You know what?
He says all right once. He goes, all right. All right. But it was still a pretty good movie. It was entertaining. It was very entertaining. Nice. So I'm gonna say, if you all want to watch a movie that's entertaining, talks to you about the California wildfires and how serious they are, and shows you the stakes that happen and how dangerous they can be, along with some really good bus driving. Matthew McConaughey can whip a bus, bro. watch The Lost Bus.
All right.
But
I don't
that
know if
is
I'm gonna watch this.
Mhm.
I'm like on
Okay.
it. I don't know. I'm not like. I just kind of feel like I'm like, would I even like this? Like, is this something I'd enjoy at all? Like, I could see it like me walking, like finishing it and being like, oh, that was a good movie. But like that's kind of about it. Like I don't know how like really like interested I am.
Mhm.
But
I
I mean,
think you
Letterboxd
would.
reviews are good. It's at a 3.3. That's pretty good for a movie like this. I would
Okay.
expect worse.
I did say a 7 out of 10, so
Yeah,
I'll
so
take
it's
it.
pretty in line. Yeah. All right, maybe we'll see.
Yep, that
But
finishes my what we've been watching.
Phil, I mean, I've been watching. Unfortunately, I didn't get to finish Freeing this week. I really thought I was. I have 3 episodes left. I'm right there. I'm right on the end, and I'm gonna start my next thing. I'll figure that out. I still haven't decided. I'm between a few things, a couple things I need to finish up. I don't know yet, but I did start a new show on HBO that just came out.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a new HBO show, new HBO comedy. It's called The Chair Company. Phil, are you familiar with the Chair Company? Okay.
No.
Do you know who Tim Robinson is?
Yeah.
This is Tim Robinson's new show with
Oh my
HBO.
God.
He partnered with HBO, and it's called The Chair Company. And, part of me doesn't even really want to talk about it because I don't want to spoil it. Like, I don't want to give away what the plot is. But all I'll say is it's about a guy that works at a company that gets into a very embarrassing moment and now feels that there is a conspiracy going on about what happened to him. Okay, I don't want to spoil what happens. I don't want to say what he thinks is going on. I just want you to watch it. Like, just watch it. Like, let me know what you think. This show is so funny. He is just hilarious. I think his humor works for me so much just because of how chaotic it is. Like, he's so all over the place. It says the most stupid things. He's also very awkward, and that's very much my humor. Like, awkward humor just gets me. But there's a scene where he's like, something happens to him. He stands up and he says, I shouldn't have eaten that last Cheez-It. And the way I started laughing so hard, it's like that is the most, I don't know, it's just stuff like that, dude, is why I love Tim Robinson so much. And I think if you love Tim Robinson humor or you just enjoy good, weird comedies, I don't see why you shouldn't watch this because it's fantastic. The first episode's so good. It's airing weekly. Oh man, I think Sundays at like 7 here. So check it out now. Watch it when it's all done. Regardless, just watch the show at some point because it's very good, and I'm definitely gonna be watching it week to week, and I'll give y'all updates as we move forward.
There's only one episode out right now.
Only one episode out right now.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, I mean, actually, I didn't check if there was another episode. I watched one episode and was like, that was so funny. Can't wait for next week. So, I don't know.
There's one episode out.
Cool.
One episode
Okay.
out.
Yeah. So that's the only episode I watched. That's also the only thing I watched, really. So I'm trying to think. Did I watch anything? Besides some of the stuff we're going to talk about. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you've watched some stuff.
Yeah, I've definitely watched some things, but that specifically, major highlight. I actually literally watched it before we started filming, and I texted my friend. She loves Tim Robinson. I was like, you have to check this out. Like, this is so funny. But yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Robinson is unbelievably funny, bro.
Dude, I can't believe SNL fired him. Like, that's the funniest thing to me ever, because the way he's prospered because of it, like, couldn't have worked better for him. You know, like, I don't know if we would have gotten movies like Friendship or shows like I Think You Should Leave or The Chair Company or his other one, Detroiters. Actually, I think Detroiters might have came out before he was getting on SNL. Regardless, like, I don't think, like, a lot of that stuff, his content wouldn't exist if it weren't for him getting fired from SNL. So it's really cool. Also, his week where he was on SNL, so funny, where they like made him the featured celebrity. It's so good if you need some good stuff to watch. But yeah.
No, I love Tim Robinson, bro. Like, I think that's the show you're talking about. That's the one on Netflix. I Think You Should Leave.
Yeah.
Bro, that show is funny, bro.
Show's
like,
so funny.
I still need to finish it, but
I like that he's getting into more like, I want to tell a story. Like, instead of just sketches, he's like doing long form like stories, and I love it. Like, I don't know, I just think that's the proper. Yeah. It's like, I like it more than like small sketches. Sketches are funny, but it's hard for me to sit and watch a bunch of sketches. I like watching. I'd rather watch like long form like TV, like 40-minute episodes, as opposed to like 30 minutes of just a bunch of different sketches.
Yeah.
But yeah.
100%.
Anyways, that's it. That's all I've been watching. So everyone watch The Chair Company.
Hey, no problem at all, man. It's been a busy week, but hey, we still got more reviews for you guys coming up,
Oh yeah.
including another funny show.
Let's educate
That
them, Phil. Let's educate
yeah.
them. All right, let's educate them on. Hey, maybe I'll need to do some reading, because me and Phil
Mm-hmm.
have been watching the English teacher. And Phil,
Mm-hmm.
can I be honest? I'm really excited. Season 2, yeah. I'm really
Mm-hmm.
excited to talk about it. Actually, um, I'm
Oh,
very excited. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
okay.
if you guys don't recall, me and Phil talked about the first season probably a few weeks ago. I think now, yeah,
Yeah.
a few weeks ago, and at least for me, I was a little bit tamer on it. I wasn't
Mm.
obsessed. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good. I think I gave it like a 7. I was like, right? I
We
think I
both
gave
gave
it like
it
a
a
7. Yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. And I was like, this show's good. It's funny. It has its episodes, but I just didn't think any of the characters were super likable.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, I'm happy to report that I think this season is far better than the first season.
Yes,
And
1,000%.
I think the episodes are funnier. I think the characters are
Mm-hmm.
significantly more likable. And that's why, Phil, I'm giving season 2 a 9 out of 10.
Ooh,
I
okay,
loved it. I
okay.
actually loved it.
I can
I've been
see that.
watching it over the past week. I finished it last night, or actually this
Mm-hmm.
morning. I finished it this morning, and oh my gosh, dude! Like most episodes were so funny. Dinner
Yeah.
party episode being a standout, the DEI episode being a standout, graduation being a
Oh man.
standout. There's just some great episodes here, and their humor
Mm.
is so perfect. But I think restrained the characters a little bit and made them a little bit more likable. Like they didn't have a lot of their flaws just kind of out there, super loud and obvious. Where I wasn't
Mhm.
like, dude, why am I supposed to care about anyone here? It was just firing on all cylinders and was more focused on the funny. And I usually don't care about that, but the little narrative that was going on was decent enough to like keep me into it still. So
Yeah.
I was just honestly, again, just really surprised with this season. It was so good. But Phil, I want to hear what you thought before we get a little bit more into some
No,
specifics.
no problem. Just like you, I thought this season was much better than the first season. I thought it was way more funny. Especially a highlight for me was Rick. I thought Rick was
Oh
much
my gosh,
funny
he's so
this
funny.
season.
Yes, he's so funny.
I'm still trying to decide what my either favorite episode or most funny episode was, only because like there was way too many of them where I was laughing my butt off. Like
Yeah.
I do want to disagree on one point because I do think Evan's flaws were still there. Like he was still I felt like he was still a very self-absorbed person. Still very
Yeah.
like yeah, I'm standing up for this cause, but like because it's important, but also like it has to do with him mainly. Because I know he was like it's always about the students, but I still feel
Yeah.
like it was mainly about him.
You're
But
right.
that's
Yeah.
still not
No.
helping him.
No,
I
you're
still
100% right. Yeah. I think they
yeah
just made him more likable. I think
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, him, the actor. I'm gonna pull up his name really fast. He made the show. Like this is his show. So
Brian
Brian Jordan
Jordan.
Alvarez.
Yeah.
He made the show, and I think he did a great job with his character on I don't know making. I think what it is not that his flaws were more suppressed, but I think they like show a lot more reasons to why he is the way that he is.
Yeah.
And I think you could see that with the episode with his mom. I think that was a great episode. I think that was a
Yeah.
great story episode. I don't know. I liked his character a lot more than I did the first season. And it
Mm,
could also just be the effect of like the reason why I love like TV like this is you kind of just
mm,
grow. These characters grow on you. Like the more you
yeah.
see them, the more you spend time with them. It's like you're sitting at the table with them at in the
Mm,
cafeteria. I don't know. There's just something about them where I was just like, oh no, these guys are a lot more funnier. But you're right, self-absorbed. And sorry, I'll let you talk in just 1 second.
no,
I
no,
have a
no
lot to
problem.
say. Self-absorbed, yes, but there's a lot more moments where he was going out of his way for people. Like
Yeah.
he has a conversation with Marky, and remember that when Marky talks about his church,
I was
and
just about to bring that
yes,
up.
when Marky talks about his church, and he's like, "Hey man, I don't think this is working for me anymore," and like Evan doesn't tell him, yeah, like that's dumb, whatever, you should just move on. He like tells him like, okay, like what's going on? He tries to talk him through it, and then he's like, Marky, you do realize I think you're not gaining out of this because you literally can't gain. You don't know what they're saying. But like it's moments like that I felt that the first season didn't. I felt like the
Mm,
characters were a lot more butting heads. And
mhm.
while in this season they were still butting heads, they were still making time for each other and to like actually
Yeah.
like talk things through. Especially
You
like
know what?
Marky's relationship with a Gwen too was another big thing.
Mhm,
And Evan was like actually helping, you know?
mhm.
So or kind of helping, not really helping, but definitely
No,
talking to him.
yeah, like I think Marky, Gwen, Evan, definitely Rick. I'm so glad they used Rick way more in this season. I'm sorry. I really got to point that out. Rick is my MVP of this season.
He's so funny.
But they did a much better job of, like you said, making them more likable. Because I like Rick now. I'm rooting for Rick. But they also did something else that I was talking about last season that I think they definitely put a little bit more emphasis on. They use the students a little bit more. Like
Yes.
each episode, like I know there was a dinner party one, but there was still a lot of times where they were still at the school or still in the area and they were doing a lot of crazy funny stuff with the students. Like I want to shout out what's his name, Jeff, I believe. Jeff is so unbelievably funny in the show. He's the kid
Oh,
who's
you're
like,
talking about the white kid with the he always had
yeah,
yes, that kid is so funny. Oh
he's
my
so
god.
funny in the show, bro. Him and what's her name, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Tiffany's so stinking funny. That episode where she's taking her SAT test or something in the gym, and she's just like, "You can't ask me that, guys. I'm trying to take my test. Please be quiet." And then Principal, what's his name? Principal Grant is like, "She's using us. You can tell she's using us." And then she goes outside because she's taking her like 10-minute break or 15-minute break, and she starts dancing on the track. I was like, "Bro, this Tiffany's so stinking funny." I just am appreciating more that they use the students just like I wanted them to, and they also made the teachers like way more funny and use way more.
Funny.
Yeah, but what's it called? Did you have any other thoughts before I go into my thoughts? I know you have a lot to say.
No, you
but,
keep going, please. We'll talk. We'll discuss now.
bro. Like the episode when they're in the what's it called? The lockout, the high school lockout, or the midnight thing.
Good episode.
And they find out about the students doing the what's it called? Doing the
like scavenger hunt.
The scavenger hunt, the nasty scavenger hunt, and Gwen just goes, "I gotta call somebody, but you're not gonna like it." And she calls, I believe, Cody's mom or what's her name?
Yeah, the lady from the first season on the camping trip where she was just like really weird and she kept saying like they're gonna do this thing, but then she was like weirdly like, she was just weird. Yeah, she was just weird. But yeah, that was a good. Really fast. The girl you were talking about in that episode, her name was Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
Her name was Chelsea. You said Tiffany. I just want to make that correct.
Oh, my bad.
You're talking about Chelsea. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. She is so unbelievably funny, bro, and I'm glad they brought her back. And I hope that they make that a season thing where like they just bring her in like for no like either for a reason or no reason, just to like weird out the students or like.
Yeah, she's a really good character.
She's so funny, bro. I need to see her in more stuff. What was it called? The twins thing that she said. You guys ever heard about the double-decker twins or something?
Oh yeah, oh my gosh, dude.
I was like, oh my gosh, shut up.
So bad. It's so nasty. I think for me, I love the DEI episode. That episode was so funny. So funny. And I think it's where I think this show shines is it takes like current events and current like discussions going on in like politics, real life, whatever, and like really like puts them front and center and like makes an entire episode about that. Like there's the eco-friendly episode too, which is so funny.
Yeah.
But the DEI episode for me had me crying when Evan finds out he was a DEI hire, and then immediately his worldview shifts. He's like, okay, wait, but I should be getting hired on like because I'm a great teacher, not because. And I don't know, that twist was so funny. And then when his boyfriend's telling him like, okay, how about you act like a straight guy, go to my job and get an interview, and then the boss immediately sniffs him out, and he's like,
yeah,
Evan, look, I know you don't have to put on a facade. I'm gay, all right? I'm gay, all right? And I can tell by your butt that you're also Colombian, so that's why we hired you. And the way I lost it, I literally couldn't stop laughing. I was like, that's so funny. Such a good episode.
Face, when he hears him say that, he just looks so defeated. He was like, "Oh, I got the job because I'm a straight male, right? I know you're gay, bro. It's cool. I'm gay too." And he's just like,
so good, so funny, dude. It's stuff like that.
Can we talk about the real best episode though? I think I picked out my favorite. Can we talk about the COVID play?
Oh my gosh, yes, that was so funny, so good.
They're just like, we don't want to do this play no more, bro. We thought this would be way more serious. Like, we thought we would be able to connect to it. You guys, but this was a serious time. Like, people didn't know if AIDS, like, remember? They're like, we didn't know if COVID was going to kill us. Bro, nobody knew if AIDS was going to kill anybody. And then they were just like, no, we should do a play on COVID. Let's do a play on COVID. And I went, No, there's no way they're doing a play on COVID. And then remember Principal Grant's reaction when he said, when everyone was like, they want to do a play on COVID. He's like, oh, people love COVID. I love COVID. I was like,
dude, yeah, no, when the teachers were, not the teachers, when everyone was sitting for the play and they're crying, like, I remember that.
That episode was so stinking good.
Really
Whoever wrote that episode needs an award, especially with the DEI. The DEI episode was really good.
The show, dude, is so funny. I love in the trash episode, in the eco-friendly episode, when Evan takes out all his trash and he sorts everything and he gives them to the guy and he just like starts grabbing him and throwing it into the trash. He's like, no, those are recycle, and he's like, and then it all goes to the same place. It all goes to the same place. And it's like, what do you mean? I've been sorting out my trash for years, and you're telling me now that it doesn't even matter? And he's like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's so good, dude. I genuinely think the show is genius. It hasn't been renewed, I don't think, yet for a third season. I really hope it does. The show is so dang funny, and I love that FX just keeps pushing these comedies because they had adults this year too.
Yeah.
So I just kind of want to see more from this. I don't know. There's potential here, and especially with where I think the season leaves off. With some of like with obviously Evan and his boyfriend not really working out, and then Gwen and Marky, like Gwen getting married and Marky kind of being upset about it. I think there's just some really good like plot threads that could be explored more. And look, man, stuff's happening all the time, especially nowadays. There's new stuff happening literally every single day. So I can't wait to see what other commentaries and episodes these guys can come up with because it's so funny.
I just can't wait to see, because the next season is going to be summer school. Like, it's 1000% going to be about summer
school.
You
think they're going to do that? I thought they would skip over it and they would just start the year.
Well, you know what? Maybe I think they might just do one episode to start it and then do the rest as the new school season. Because maybe that's just me wishing, because I want to see just a little bit more of these current students, because I love these students. They're
that's
so funny.
True, they did graduate. Honestly, I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see how like the new kids. Like, I'm so excited to see how they like make them funny and they're not just like redos of the OG kids. The OG kids. They're rebooting the classroom. I'm pretty excited. I'm really curious to see. But I loved it. Did you give a number score or no?
My bad. I am giving it an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
8 out of 10. I was close to a 9, but I just want to. I'm still like, wait. I loved it, but I'm gonna go 8 out of 10 just for now.
It's good TV, dude. It's great TV.
Give me your favorite moment of season 2. Just one. Your favorite moment.
Just one. I'll pick something other than the DEI one, because that was specifically my. Oh man, one. I have 2 others that I can name. Can I name them, please? Yes. Okay. One. This is quick. The like robotic trash harvesting their data was so funny. Like, and it was like complimenting them, and then it started becoming really racist, and it was like organizing them. That had me laughing so hard. Oh my god. But I think the funniest thing this season, and I think it might be the same as yours, is when Marky and Rick are overseeing the SATs, and Rick sits down to take the test, and he's like, I made a bet with the kid, and I was like, you shouldn't be making bets with kids. And he's like, no, trust me, I'm going to take it. And then they like devise a plan to cheat. And then it's like at the end, it's like, I thought one cough was for C. C for cough. C for cough. It couldn't be any more simpler than that. So good, dude. So good.
Bro, you know what's funny? I was going to mention a moment in that exact episode, because my favorite moment, the conversation of that, so funny because it defeated me. I was like, bro, he made it so obvious. 3 coughs equals C. 2 coughs equal B. And he's just like, no, cough. Like, I thought every
cough
answer
starts with C.
I was like, he's like, dang it, I failed the test. But my favorite moment was when he goes up to play, I always forget the stick in sports name. Paddleball? What is it? Pickleball. He goes up, he's about to hit, and his foot goes through the stinking floor, and he goes, and then the episode just ends. Yeah. That's my favorite moment of the season. That was my favorite moment.
That was so funny.
It was so funny.
Oh man, okay, hold on. I have one more. Gotcha. When Rick is doing, and when it's the seniors' time to get put into college, I think it's the recruiter episode. And Rick's just constantly on the phone, and he's like having conversations. Just that. I don't know. Just that bit was so funny. Great show. I highly recommend it, actually. I think if you like comedies, I don't see why you shouldn't watch this. I think if you don't like more adult, like, I don't know what the word is. I
More
think just
adult
for the sake of it,
comedies,
I'll
or-
use vulgar. Like I think because they just cuss a lot. Like a lot of like the things they joke about are a lot more serious. It's not really lighthearted, I would say. Then maybe you wouldn't like it. But if you just like good comedy, dude, watch this show. It's so good.
Yes, please do. Like, it's getting to a good point, and I think season 3 is actually going to be a 9 out of 10 season for me.
Yeah.
I think it will.
I
think
hope
it's gonna
so.
be
I hope
really
so.
fun.
They keep it up.
I think it's going on a good path. Like, gives you like a little taste. Really, like, try to feel like what exactly who they are in season 2, and then really give you the good stuff in season 3. I think
Yeah.
that's where it's gonna go.
I agree.
But
But
did you have
anyways.
anything else you want to say?
Nah. You have anything else?
No, sir.
Then let's graduate. All right. Let's graduate to college. Because now
Yes,
we're gonna
sir.
talk about some Gen V stuff. All right, perfect transition. I killed that. I know,
Yes,
king of
Bob.
transitions. Bang, king of transitions, like usual. Phil, Gen V season 2 episode 7 it just came out. We have
Yes, sir.
one more week of Gen V, and then it's
Dang
done.
it.
Then it's done. And honestly, this is probably the final season. Probably, more than likely. Phil,
I'm very sad.
I want to review. I want to review the episode, but
Yes.
I do need to make something very clear. Let's get
Yeah.
full spoilers. I'm about to spoil the episode because I need to break something.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
If you guys keep up with our social medias, you might have known that I made a theory that a bunch of you claimed I had stolen. Now here's the
Mhm.
thing. I'm looking right at you. Maybe I did. But more than likely I didn't. Because this is why. I am on social media. I am actually not really on social media. Sure,
Mhm.
I dabble on Twitter on my computer, but no one talks about Gen V. I literally
really-
don't know anything. I don't know
Yeah.
anything. When episodes come out, I don't even see people talk about it, guys. And I know you guys probably don't believe me. Hey, and here's the thing is you don't have to. All that matters is I hit it on another theory. And maybe it was obvious, but I hit on it regardless. And some of you, the positive ones, seem to be very into it. And you were like, hey, that's a good theory. That's all I'm asking for, my guy. Look,
Yeah.
the point of my theories aren't to be like, yep, I came up with this and only me. The point of them is to spark conversation. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. All right? But I do have to fill my ego for a second. Because I was right, baby! Oh, yeah. I killed it. I know. I killed it.
Good
I should've
job,
all messed
man.
up. Yeah, I got it right. So
job.
I was right. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But Phil, what did you think about season 2, episode 7?
Bro, this is what I've been waiting for. That's why I was a little quiet on episode 6, because I was like, I feel like this is just gonna be set up. I feel like, or episode 5 and 6 when we were talking about it, I was like, I think something greater is coming. I think it is, and here it is. Here it is, bro. Episode 7 was so good, bro. Episode 7 low-key gave me chills because I cannot wait for episode 8. I don't know what's going to happen, but I have a feeling it's going to be pretty bad. I think it's going to be worse than Homelander showing up in season 1. Way worse. Like, way worse. Just put it out there. This episode for me, I just want to put a rating because I loved it. This was a 9 out of 10 to me. This was a 9 out of 10.
It was a great episode.
I'm saving 10 out of 10 for 8 because I know it's going to go nuts.
You think the
I
finale is
know
going to
it
be a
is.
banger?
I think, I'm not trying to talk about cameos or anything. I just think that what's going to happen with you know who being there, and I'll say it in a second, and what he did to end the episode is really just going to, well, it's not just going to be scary. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be like terrible. And there's going to be some characters I'm going to get mad at. I'm already mad at a couple. We're going to get into it soon. But 9 out of 10 episode, soon to be 10 out of 10 for episode 8. I know it's going to be good.
Yeah. I agree. This episode was great. This show has really turned for me where I felt like the beginning of the season was a little rocky. I think they had to recover from a lot of the stuff that's just been going on in The Boys. Obviously, the tragedy of Transportoma. There's just a lot of stuff going on with the show coming into it. And I think it really picked up and it found its stride. And the way they have honored him in this season has been so good. Very well done and very respectful and tasteful, and I admire that so much. But the writing is just firing on all cylinders. Weirdly enough, I think it might be I don't want to say that. Maybe it you could argue it's better than season 4 of The Boys. I don't know. I think season 4 of The Boys had a lot of rocky stuff. And I think this season has just kind of been pretty it's picked up and it's just been building and building and building. And now we're getting to a point where I'm like, dude, I literally can't wait for the next episode. And I think we're seated for a banger. And I think this show has solidified its importance and its relevance to the Boys universe. Cause I think I mean, I went into it thinking like I don't really understand why we're doing this still, and I'm
Yeah.
coming out of it being like, okay, no, I understand why we're doing this still. It's so
Hmm.
good, and there seems like there's stories that can be told, but yeah, it's just so good. I'm loving it.
So now, do we want to get into spoilers?
Yeah, let's fully talk about
Let,
it.
let's piece the episode down just a little bit. Let's go with the start of it. The start of the So we left off on episode 6 with Marie and Kate leaving.
Yep.
We didn't know where they were gonna go, but we all knew something crazy was gonna happen, and some stuff kind of did. Some crazy stuff did happen. Let's start with the biggest news. Marie can heal soups. What the heck? What, bro? All right, I know her power in season 1. I was already like, wow, like you a bloodbender. You are you trying to make fun of Avatar: The Last Airbender real quick? Are you trying to? No. This is a cool power. But the fact that she can restore and heal people
It's
of
insane.
whatever, bro. I understand it now. I really understand it now. Like she is probably is more powerful than Homelander. She probably is. That is a unique power to have. That is a useful power to have. And the fact that she can weaponize it too. Oh my goodness. I do you think that she now is the most powerful superhero in the boys
Yeah,
universe?
for
Mm-hmm.
sure. That's not even
Mm-hmm.
a question. I think she most definitely is. Oh, hold up, my face is bleeding. Give me 1 second.
Oh, you okay?
Brief intermission. No, I just cut
No
myself while
problem.
shaving.
No, all good. All right, just a little intermission, real quick, guys. Maybe I'll entertain you guys real quick. But yeah, like Marie having that type of power is nuts. Like it's very I didn't expect it because with her being able to control blood, it's nuts. But her being able to heal people is a whole new like tier of incredible, like a whole new tier of just like I maybe it's only because I didn't expect her to be more powerful than Homelander or what's his name, Billy, or anybody else like that. Because I was thinking she was gonna have something like really useful, but the fact that she can heal soups and weaponize what she's doing,
We're
hands
probably
down.
gonna cut that.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Well,
I
just
was
because I
just
was
speaking.
gone. Just because I was
Yeah, I
gone.
was just speaking.
Okay. Hold on. That's awkward.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
And we're back. Sorry. I cut myself while shaving before we started filming, and
Mm.
I thought I controlled the bleeding, but kind of funny when you start talking about Marie and my just start my face. So yeah, if you see me do
Bro, it's
this,
a sign.
it's because I'm wiping. So
It's a sign,
it's a
bro.
sign. It's a sign. We're back though. Anyways, let's keep talking about Gen V season 2, episode
Mm.
7. Phil. Yes, I do think Marie is the most powerful soup. I think that's not even a question. I don't think I've seen anyone to like the same power as her, like anywhere
Mm.
close. Even like uh, freaking Veronica.
Oh yeah,
But
the one who could pop heads.
yes, she has the exact same or similar power as her, and she still was never able to do what Marie can do. So,
Yes,
yeah, I think she's 100% the most powerful soup.
bro. I'm mind blown and I'm so excited. But also, even though that great power was shown to us, what the heck, Marie? What the heck? Like, before we get into that whole thing, I just want to say, Cipher, the Cipher fight in the arena when he was controlling all those soups and
Was
making them
awesome.
like, bro, that was such a good fight. Such a good fight. Such a good like way of showing how powerful he can be. And I like how whenever he did have one of whether it was Connor, whether it was my bad, I'm messing up on names. Whether it was Connor, whether it was Jordan, whether it was the new guy who came in, like they would all be like, wait, it's me. Then boom, wait, no, it's me. Like chill out. And then Polarity, same thing. But here comes Marie, and I know, like I just went on a rave saying she has a really good power. And that it's unbelievable how powerful she is. But she made a lot of really dumb choices in this episode. Starting with her, I'm just gonna say bloodbending her friends and
Yeah.
trying to force Kate to do exactly what she was afraid of her doing was kind of like what the heck? Like, didn't you just tell her not to use her power on your friends? And I know you're trying to protect them, but at the same time, like, get your head in the game. The second thing she does, she goes down and heals a person. You want to tell him what person she healed?
All right, guys. All I'm saying is I'm the single greatest theorist ever, and she heals Thomas Godolkin like completely. And okay, look, it's definitely a stupid decision in hindsight because we know what happens. But they really thought Cypher was, or as his name ends up becoming Doug, they really thought Doug was the villain. They didn't know. They thought Thomas Godolkin was going to be what helped them, and unfortunately, it just like ended up not being the case. So yeah, really unfortunate for her. But dude, I think it's such an interesting place for the story to go, and I can't wait to see how it goes because that episode ends on a really scary, a very scary note. I think killing the guy was really funny, or not funny. Really, that guy was funny. Killing him was unfortunate. But when he's just walking into the field of all the soups, and it's like, oh, you know exactly what he's about to go do.
Yes,
it was really good, and it was better than any cameo they could have done. Would have been like, sure, like obviously seeing Homelander at the end of the first season was like, oh, dude, we're scared of him because we know him. But way to do a great job of building out like a genuinely scary villain by only having him literally, like realistically, only him being in one scene.
Yeah.
But it's everything that he did to Doug or like him being Cypher. And all of that was freaking like that build up for him, you know? Like we have that like understanding of who he is without even really seeing him. And I just think that's awesome.
Can we also talk about the voice pattern? Like we could instantly recognize that it was Godolkin when he was talking more like Cypher, because we could tell the difference of Doug and Cypher. Let's be for real. Right when we saw it was Doug, and he's like, no, please don't kill me. His voice was different. His voice changed, obviously. And then right when you're getting the scene of Godolkin waking up and feeling himself going, like, the pain's gone, you can hear that voice, like, change in him. And I was like, that is really nice that they kept that there, where it wasn't just a random, like, this actor, like, I love how they kept that where it's like, oh, that's the proof that Godolkin was controlling Doug, or Cypher was controlling Doug. And then we hear Godolkin speak, and we're like, okay, that's Cypher. That's Godolkin. Godolkin was Cypher. But that was just a really cool touch, and I like that. But like you, when that scene happened, when he's asking him, what's your power? And he just goes, yeah, my feet turn into hands. Like, and then he's like, that's such a terrible power. And then all of a sudden, the dude just gets up, and then I was like, whoa. Whoa. And then just like you, when he's walking into that field, I thought stuff was going to happen at the end of the episode and it was going to end, where you just see these kids like doing some stuff to kill themselves or something.
Yeah,
like,
I thought so too.
But the fact that they kept it where it's like, oh no, he's just in the university, you don't know where he is, you don't know what he's going to do, and the fact that he can take over soups like that, nuts. My bad.
Oh, me? Okay, sorry. I think we're going to get a really cool fight scene in the next episode. Like, I have a feeling it's going to be a really gas fight. Or you know what I can see happening is I can see, like, him using the whole school to fight them before he starts, like like he's just, like, throwing kids at them, and they're going to have to freaking, like, really just murder them. I think you're going to get a really cool fight, and I'm actually really excited to see it. I was going to ask you, do you think that this team of kids, the Gen V team, do you think they'll be, like, main characters in The Boys, or do you think we kind of will just see Marie?
Bro, this just reignited my excitement for The Boys season 5 because I didn't like, you know, we're watching it, we're trying to figure out what's gonna happen. Obviously, I was excited for Gen V season 2, but the fact now that Godolkin is a new villain introduced, while Homelander is also a villain who's controlling the United States of the world with soups, I'm just so curious on how they can end this, because just like you when you were talking the last time, so many avenues they can go. With this too, so many avenues. I don't know if Godolkin's going to be with Homelander or against him. He's probably going to be with him. Because
I don't think so. I think against.
Oh. Okay,
I'm like fairly confident that he's going to use... Look, he's working with Sage, right? Like, Sage wasn't working with... She was working with Homelander, but she wasn't working with him. She's trying to control him in the same way that's like Thomas Godolkin's whole plan. So I think maybe on the surface we could see him work with Homelander, but really
Mhm.
he's going for his own motive and he's gonna turn on Homelander.
That's probably true, but I don't know. I just can. Maybe it's just that I can see both avenues because I can see the fact that he's so on like, what's it called? Like so on,
Power.
like soups are amazing. Like soups need to be on top, and like seeing Homelander, I could see him just like either making somehow Homelander be his right hand man or Homelander and him like teaming up. I could see it.
I think the difference though is he's obsessed with making the like godlike soups and that
Hmm.
only being the thing. So he's gonna eradicate all of the lower like soups.
Yeah.
Homelander likes having the lower worse soups so that he can control them. You know?
Hmm.
Because Thomas Godolkin can control anyone. Homelander
Yeah.
needs to control people by fear. That's all he has, right? So
Hmm.
Thomas Godolkin, I think if Thomas Godolkin's gonna go actively like murdering soups, I think that would
Hmm.
actually affect Homelander. I think Homelander would be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this guy is more powerful than me. I need to step to him."
Oh,
You know?
but also he's murdering Soups. So would that anger Homelander because he's like pro like Soups are like the greatest people on top,
Yeah, but he's
and like
murdering them.
yeah, that's what I mean. Or
Yeah, like
but like, oh my bad.
like obviously Homelander's whole like thing is soups lives matter. This guy's
Mhm.
actively murdering a bunch of soups. So
Yeah,
if like Homelander wants to rule a nation that's completely run by soups, but he's in charge, he's not gonna want the only super powered soups. Thomas Godolkin is in like direct competitor to Homelander. He's arguably stronger than Homelander. So why would Homelander like him? You know?
that makes sense. That makes sense. So
Yeah.
you feel like he's gonna be a third party that comes in and just has like a whole team of just like these super bad Soups.
Yeah, I think you have I think you have Stan Edgar. You have what he's
Yeah.
doing. You have
Mhm.
Thomas Godolkin. You have Homelander. Those are the three. Those are the three.
Got it.
Oh, and Butcher. But Butcher is like kind of in his own subset because Butcher's just trying to kill Homelander.
He's like a little finger right here.
Yeah,
He's a
exactly. Like
little
he's
finger.
not necessarily a villain per se. He's not doing it to like control the world, but
Mhm.
he's a bad guy and he's trying to get
Yeah.
Homelander. You know, he'll stop at nothing to kill Homelander. So like
Yeah.
maybe what could happen is Butcher and Thomas Godolkin could work together. Could be that. Or it could be Butcher
Oh.
and Stan Edgar team up. It could be one of those things.
I can see because I like what you said that he's obsessed with power. I could see him and you said Stan Edgar. Yeah, I could see them teaming up and then
Yeah.
turning into a new bad. But then
I
now I'm
could also
trying to
see that, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out like the whole Homelander side now because then would that mean we'd have three teams going at each other?
Yeah, for sure. Look, I think about it like this.
Avengers Doomsday? I'm just kidding. I'm playing.
Like I don't think if Edgar teams up with Thomas Godolkin, I don't think the Gen V team will be like with him. I think they'll definitely leave. Thomas
Yeah.
Godolkin is definitely not dying. And I also think some of the students are dying. Like I think some
Mhm.
of Gen V Kate's dying. For sure. Kate is 100% dying.
I could see it.
Kate's probably gonna die. I think Annabeth could die too. Um, I think
I
her
hope she.
I think her power is too not. I think it's too overpowered, and it'd be way too much of like a plot contention where it's like, well, how did she not see that? How did she not see that? So I think you kill her off for sure. I think
Well,
those two are guaranteed dead.
that leads to my next question too.
Yeah,
Do you think that Godolkin could brainwash Marie in the most sick way possible to have Marie team up with him?
maybe
It's a
that'd
good
be
question.
cool. See, that'd be a cool ending of her becoming Godolkin's like right hand person and
Yes.
murdering all of Gen V. But the other conversation is Polarity, who has by the way been shining this season. Polarity is awesome, but Polarity can actively like counteract his power. So he's gonna go after Polarity for sure. So I can also
Yeah.
see Polarity dying. I think if Polarity dies before Marie gets brainwashed the first time,
Mhm.
then yes, I think the season ends with Marie being with Godolkin. But if she gets controlled, say, and then Polarity breaks that, then that would be like Marie stepping in and then not murdering, but like beating him up enough for him to like, oh, I can't use my power anymore, and then he's gonna go away. You know,
Oh man, I just
so many interesting avenues. Like this is
that's
great.
what I'm saying. Like, bro, I was just about to say that. I'm like, this is good writing. This is
This
good.
is, yeah.
Like, this is good strategy of how to get people interested. because once again, Gen V season 2. Obviously, I'm still letting you guys know I was very excited. But the fact that we can go here and go, this character can go this way, this character can go that way. What about this character from this season? Wait, no, like whoa, that's insane. Like I love that, and I
It's
think
like
that's
what
a
I wanted from the Marvel shows.
yes,
Like
that's
they're not
exactly what I
doing
wanted
that at
from the Marvel
all.
shows. They
Yeah.
aren't. It's just a straightforward story, and you decide if it's decent or bad.
It's
That's
like
pretty
these
much
are two different products, but they both like work together. Like it's cohesive,
yes.
you know? Like where you can watch Gen V and be fine,
Mhm.
or you can not watch the show at all, and I think you could understand all of the boys literally 100% perfectly fine. But
Yes.
Gen V adds so much to the story that I think it's just really good watch, and it stands on its own as like, oh, here are characters to love and get connected
Mhm.
with that are gonna be interesting, have cool powers, and that are genuinely
Yeah.
like pretty well written for the most part.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna say that for like season 1 and 2 of Gen V, really really good. Like
Yeah,
it's definitely I want to put it up there as like top tier superhero TV show.
yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Like besides Peacemaker, what other show would you put up there with it? Because I would go Peacemaker and Gen V as like up there right now.
I think it's like we're talking like the best of the best like superhero television. I think
Hmm.
Invincible. I think Daredevil. Trying to think what else. X Men '97. Um,
Yes.
I think Spectacular Spider-Man. Like
Mm.
there's definitely like top tier superhero stuff, but
Mm.
like Gen V is solidifying its place up there. And I think it's
Yeah.
arguably better than like some of the boys. Like I think the first two seasons are better than the first and the fourth season of the boys. Like if we're ranking these things, like Gen V is great. It's so
Mm.
good. And I think the boys season 1 is pretty good. But
Mm.
I think the second season, the third season is where it shines. The fourth season kind of loses itself a bit, but season 2 of Gen V is doing a really good job of bringing it back and like making me actually very excited for season 5 of The Boys.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, like I'm excited, bro. I'm very excited for what's gonna happen in episode 8. Did you want to say anything else?
No.
Um, real quick, I made a mistake.
Oh.
I forgot to say in the intro that we are going to review Peacemaker season 2, episode 8 finale.
So here's a surprise.
Here's a surprise for you guys. We're talking
Yeah.
about superheroes. Let's go to the superhero show of all superhero shows.
Really
Peacemaker
fast.
season.
We said we were going to do a review for the finale.
Mm.
We had some scheduling conflicts. It got a little busy, so we're doing it here. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Whoops, I hit my mic. I hope you guys didn't hear that. I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion because I'm really excited to talk about Peacemaker.
My bad. Episode 5 through 8,
Through 8,
because we
yes.
didn't get to do the past ones. So let's talk about episode 5. I kind of need a recap because it's been a little while.
Okay, here's
But
my
that
question really fast. Do we want to do an overview review of the season and then we'll discuss the episodes more in depth from like as we
Yeah,
go?
let's do that.
Let's do an
Let's do
overview review of the season. Phil, season 2 of Peacemaker is done. It's over. James Gunn says there are no plans for a season 3, but he did say not right now. Okay.
Mhm.
There are plans though for a lot of these characters to show up in other things. So I want to know, Phil, with this being the second season and probably the final season, what did you think of Peacemaker season 2 out of 10?
I thought Peacemaker. Rated out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to give this season an 8 out of 10. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I really liked the start of it. I really liked towards the end, but I was a little not as excited when it did end. I still thought it was good though, because there's been a lot of people, let's be for real, there's been a lot of people complaining about, oh, well, it wasn't as good as the cameos in season 1. But I don't think that's where this season was meant to shine. I think this was more meant on getting to understand and know more of where these characters are at. Like, this was a character deep dive, in my opinion. Like, I feel like this was to understand the
Yeah.
characters and understand why they're so important to each other. And I think it accomplished it. It accomplished that very well. So I'm not even, and I'm usually a cameo guy. Like, I wasn't that upset that we didn't get like any crazy cameos in episode 8. But it still was just a little, like a point one, point two, a little bit demotion from episode 8 of season 1, just a little bit. But I still thought this season was really good. I thought them going into, let's say, a universe that we're going to talk about in a little bit was unbelievably insane. I thought it was very creative. I do not condone what was going on in that universe, but I loved that James Gunn made it wacky. I love that James Gunn showed that we can really go anywhere with this DC universe that he's creating. And I think that's what you really need to do to differentiate yourself. Like, I think that's what makes this show really good. That, like, obviously, you guys are gonna get on me. I said I didn't like the theme song of Peacemaker, but I still think it is a very unique show, and I think that's what we need in this DC universe. I think that's what we need, and I think he accomplished that. But yeah, before we get into spoilers, that's just what I wanted to say.
Okay. So here's mine. So
Mm-hmm.
it's hard for me to review the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's important for me to emphasize how much the first season meant to me. Like, it was a massive surprise. The Suicide Squad, as I said multiple times, is like one of my favorite superhero movies of all time, and Peacemaker is just a sequel to that, really, in like a different way. But it's definitely like it takes some of the characters and it adds to it, and it was just an incredible watch and something that I never expected to be as good as it was. So going into season 2, I expected it to be as good as season 1 because, and maybe that's bad, maybe that's wrong of me, but I did because I was like, dude, it's the same person writing it. So I'm going to sit here and tell you that I actually think season 2 is as good, if not better, than season 1. And I know I'm crazy, and please hate me. I love it. Hate me all you want. Phil, I loved that last episode, actually. I've never smiled that hard in my entire life watching anything. I was so happy. It's hard for me to give a number score, okay? Because my heart says a 10 out of 10, and usually that's like, oh, I'll say a 10 out of 10. But I think this season has, I just don't think it's that. So I'll say a 9 out of 10, but, like, it's incredible. Like, this show is one of the best superhero like pieces of media ever. I think the show is genius in its writing. I think this show is genius in its characters. I think it's wacky. The comedy is perfect. The action, when it's there, and I understand the season didn't have a lot of it, when it was there, it was so good. So all this to say, I think Peacemaker is literally incredible, and the second season made me so happy, and I couldn't be more blessed to watch a show this good, genuinely. Like, I love it so much. Everyone kills on all the performances, and I think if the first season was about Peacemaker becoming a superhero, this season was about Chris becoming a person, and I think that's the perfect way to like differentiate the two seasons, because this I don't think was a superhero show really. It felt more like a drama in a really weird way. I think the characters really get put through the ringer, and there's a lot of stuff that's talked about and shared about their lives that was all so good and so well done, and the way it's paced out throughout the seasons and the way it concludes in the ending was literally perfect. You know, literally perfect. I want to say, man, should I talk about it when we talk about individual episodes? Yeah, okay, then I'll hold what I'm going to say about the final episode. We'll get really into it in the final episode because I have a lot to say about it, actually. But yeah, I love this show so much. I think it's arguably perfect, and I'm bummed there's no third season. Like, I think if I were to say anything that frustrates me is, oh man, we're not getting a third. And we'll talk about it later. There's probably a different show they're gonna do that's gonna be the same characters, or they're gonna I just think there's so much here still where like you can have it be about this new thing they're doing and still call it Peacemaker. And it sucks that they're probably not gonna do that, but I'm very thankful for what this is, because I think this is James Gunn's best work. Like, this is some of his best work for sure.
He did a good job on this season. I'm going to give him that. I thought it was a good job.
Call me crazy, but I think everything he's done with DC has been better than what he's done with Marvel. I think Peacemaker season 1, 2, Suicide Squad, and Superman are better than all 3 Guardians movies, except maybe the third one.
You know, I think. Yeah, I'll agree to that. Only because with Guardians of the Galaxy, I think that yes, it's wacky. Yes, it's very, very good story told, or very well told story. But like with the DCU, he went different avenues. Like there's different stuff with the Suicide Squad. There's different stuff with Superman. There's different stuff with Peacemaker. And then what was the other project? Creature Commandos.
Yeah,
Like these are all
even that,
different.
yeah.
Yeah, these are all different projects that he was able to create with these different characters. A lot of people probably didn't know, except for Superman, and did a really good job with. So I think I'm gonna agree with that. I'm gonna agree with that because there's my bad.
I think the first 2 seasons of Guardians, he's just constrained. I feel like he's like first season or the first movie, first Guardians movie, yeah, first Guardians movie is very like him getting his legs in. You know, like that's I think his first big movie. He had a couple things he did super. He did a horror movie. I think it's called Slither. I might be wrong, but like
I don't know.
I think Guardians was like his first major blockbuster, and he does a really good job. But I think he was like I think the DC really helped him like fully realize himself and is like, oh, this is his personality on full display, and I just love it so much. But anyways, Phil, you have anything to say before we get into like some of the episodes?
I just really am even more excited for the DCU finishing season 2. Like I know there's a lot of people who keep trying to trash on episode 8, and we'll talk about that soon. But me, I'm excited, bro. Because just like Gen B season 2, like with these avenues we were talking about, there's so many avenues they can go in the DCU, especially with the next project coming up, Green Lantern, which I'm so excited to see. But either way, we ain't here to talk about Green Lantern. We're here to talk about episodes 5 through 8 of season 2 of Peacemaker. So let's get into it, Izzy.
All right, Phil.
What did you think of episode 5? Oh my
let's talk about for episode 5. Episode 5, Back to the Future. This was the episode when everything sort of hit the fan for Peacemaker. You know?
Yes.
Hardcore rejected him. He goes to visit her. He gets caught. He gets arrested, and he gets absolutely beaten by Rick Flag Sr. Oh my gosh, that knee to the face, brutal, so brutal. But this episode was really good. I really enjoyed it. They do the fake out Eagly death, and that like hurt my soul. But then there's just that really brutal death by Michael Rooker's character.
Yes,
it was really nasty. But great episode, and I think it ended super strongly with Peacemaker going into the Nazi dimension.
Hey, that's what, and I think it's called Earth X, I believe.
Earth X, yes.
I think that one's Earth X.
Yes.
But, bro, way to get us going, because episodes 1 through 4, it was going really good. Like, I know I was the one who was more like, I'm just waiting for episode 5. Like, it's going really good. It's these characters, like Vigilante. Vigilante was the highlight for me in season 2. Like, I loved I love the way he wrote all these characters in season 2, but Vigilante was my favorite.
Yeah,
he was favorite.
Mine. He's so funny.
But yeah, going into episode 5 and even finishing it off with him going through the portal and then seeing, Adrian, who is Vigilante, seeing him cry, that messed me up a little bit.
That messed me up.
Seeing Adebayo hug him, that messed me up a little bit. But also seeing Harcourt and how she was just like, no, let's get him back. Let's get him freaking back. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Let's see how this goes. She does care. Because at first I was like, you know what, Chris, go into your dimension. Before I knew, it was a bad dimension. Yeah. But I really liked that episode. I really liked that Chris was really just like, there's nothing left for me, bro. Like, and then he's like waiting. He's saying like, is it goodbyes in a kind of way? And the last thing he's doing is, Harcourt, did that mean something? Did the boat mean something to you? No. F off. You know what? Fine. I'm leaving you. And he goes inside the portal, and you're just like, oh, here we go. Now what's going to happen? But I really liked that. I really did for episode 5.
Yeah. Moving on to episode 6, Ignorance is Chris. This is the episode. This is the episode when everything is revealed and you get everything. My gosh. But I think what's funny is the ending is so good, but the best scene in this episode is when Adrian goes to his house in the alternate dimension.
Yes!
Oh my gosh. So funny. When he's walking around the house and he walks to his porch, and he's like, "You're a chipmunk in my dimension." He walks through his door, and he's just all giggly. He's laughing. He's like, he looks at like the thing with like the 6 cats, and he's like, "You guys are 3 cats. What do 6 cats have to talk about?" And then he keeps walking.
Cheerios.
Yeah, Cheerios. And then he takes the box with him. He walks. He sees his mom and his dad sitting on the couch. He's like, "My dad's not gay here," and he starts laughing. Oh my gosh, dude, it's genius. And then when he opens the door and he sees himself, and they're the exact same person.
Yes.
They're literally identical. They're like doing like their favorite Pokemon. They're we Spider-Man memed, and they start doing it back and forth. Just genius, dude. It's so funny. Oh my gosh, dude. But like, sorry.
Oh, my bad.
No, go.
That was my favorite part of the episode, because I knew he was gonna run with that, and I knew there was gonna be one thing that was gonna be different. And I love James Gunn for making it the key point to show this universe is different. Yeah, and who's our best friend? And then he just says Peacemaker, and he's like, "Peacemaker? What the?
I hate
Why are
that
you
guy.
friends with that guy? I hate that guy. That's my mortal, like, that's my mortal enemy or something."
My sworn enemy. Literally everything I do down here is literally to get rid of him.
And then he was like, "Why?" And then I instantly went, "Is he?" I instantly thought, "Is he?" I think it's true. And then right when it shows the flag on the desk, and even when it showed Adebayo walking out,
oh my god!
When Adebayo went outside, I went, "No,
I know. I was sitting there like, "Oh, why are you doing that?" Oh my gosh! And everyone's like, "What do they yell?" They're like, "Black, black!"
It's
and they
a
all
black.
like, they start honking their horn, and they like all get out of their houses. Oh my gosh, dude, so funny. I like that scene as a callback to the first season when Peacemaker's running out of the forest. And it's like the KKK guys running out.
That was such a good ending to an episode, and also the build up hype for episode 7, because the whole time they're in that dimension, obviously I'm like, "Man, Chris, I feel bad for you." But even Hardcore looking around going like, "What the heck?" I was like, okay.
Dude, Hardcore picking up on it immediately is so funny. And when she reunites with Peacemaker, and she's like, "I haven't seen a single person of color here," and he goes, "What? Like, that's kind of weird." Like, he doesn't even. He's like, "You're crazy. Like, what are you talking about?" Oh, so good, dude. But yeah, that ending was good. That was definitely the highlight. Moving on to episode 7, I think is the episode. That's the best episode of the season. All the performances were firing all cylinders. Everything is now hitting the fan. But the opening is so funny because she's like, "You didn't notice that?" Like, he's like, "You didn't notice this was a Nazi dimension?" He's like, "You didn't see the German book right there?" And he's like, "You think a guy this buff knows how to read?" He's like, "Okay, what about that mural of Hitler right there?" And it like cuts and it's like, "I swear I didn't know that was there." Like,
that's the best line of the whole episode.
Yeah,
when he's just like,
for real.
I didn't even see that there. You know what I instantly thought when he said that? I was like, how did we not see that there?
Because they never show that corner. They never do.
I was like, how did I not notice?
I can't wait to rewatch it and see if you ever like at least get a hint that there's like at least a mural there. Like the walls like in the corner you could see it got painted over. I would love to see that. But oh dude, that's so funny. But up until the fight, when things aren't as funny anymore, and like dude, it gets serious, bro. When White Dragon is Chris's dad, when he's talking about how like, "Oh no, dude, like he's getting mad at Chris's brother for like chasing Adebayo, and like why do you think like this?" Like, "That's what we're supposed to do." And he's like, no, like I raised you so bad, and look at this Chris. He didn't do it on purpose. He just wants love. Like, there's obviously something wrong with where he comes from. Like, there's a problem, and sure, I might live in this world, but I don't like it, and like I just do what I can. But you can tell, like, there's a lot, and this is so good. It's like that speech, that monologue says so much, but it also, like, there's so many things that you could tell he's still not the best guy ever because he's not part of some resistance. Like, he's a rich dude, you know, he's a rich guy that's chilling, and he's like, I only do so much, you know, like, I do what little. So it's like, he's not an awful guy, but he's definitely not doing, like, anything, like, enough to, like, really. And it's definitely a commentary on all the stuff we see in the world today. Like, that's a very normal thing where, like, a lot of rich people aren't evil per se, but they don't do a whole lot that, like, is actually going to help because they want to live comfortably, you know? It's like that balance. And I just thought that was a really unique twist for the character because I wasn't expecting that. But
I never expected that. Like
no,
that was
yeah,
probably my favorite. I want to say yes. That was my favorite moment of this season because it came out of nowhere. I was thinking it was just like, oh, like I thought he was gonna be like, we're also not from this dimension, and then he's gonna be like, why we need to get you guys back over there because we need to keep our spot here because it's nice here. Like I know the whole Nazi thing, not very good, but we live comfortably. We have this big house, everything. But right when he goes in that speech where he's like, no, I don't support that. Like, why would I support that? Like, you think just because I'm me, like I just support that? No. Like, and he's given the speech going like, I hope that when you guys get back home, everything's better. And then, oh man, right when I saw Vigilante, I went, no! I literally hit on my screen. I was like, no, stop, wait 5 seconds, let him finish, no. And then right when he comes in, call back to the Peacemaker running away from the KKK and him jumping on Homeboy's back and stabbing him in the neck, Augie. Instantly, I went, Chris. I instantly thought of Peacemaker and I was like, I'm so sorry.
dude, that was rough. What's so bad though is that's such an intense moment that you don't
Yes.
realize the other vigilante breaks through the other window when he didn't need to. I don't know if you noticed that. Like vigilante breaks through and starts like killing him, and then the other one breaks through the other glass and he didn't need to. And it's like, bro, like I didn't laugh in the moment, but I was scrolling and I on my computer and I saw like people pointing that out. I go, I didn't even notice that. Like that's so funny.
I
Ugh.
saw it and I instantly went, oh yeah, this is Vigilante, bro. Jim jumping through the glass and then the other one jumping through the glass. I saw it in the middle of the scene, but I was too busy like, is he gonna kill him or is Chris gonna stop him in time for him to get a couple of last words in? But no. Vigilante kills Peacemaker's dad again. And yeah, it turns into an Oscar-worthy dramatic moment.
Oh no, for sure. He should be nominated. John Cena is insane in this moment. When I want to talk about really fast his brother's like dialogue back to his dad when obviously Chris's dad's talking about like, well, like, you know, like Chris wasn't the best. He was kind of a screw up. He had all these problems. Like he did all this and he's like, but that's your son. That's my brother. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, but like, look, he didn't mean any harm by it. It's like, no, this guy killed my brother. I love that dialogue so much. But all that to say, when they're beating him up like brutally and Peacemaker's just sitting there watching his world get torn apart again. Oh my gosh, dude. And his reaction, like that, dude, I'm getting chills just talking about it. Like, it was so good. Him freaking out and telling them all to stop. And it doesn't end with, like, his brother getting up and then getting in some big fight. He's forced to kill his brother. It just ends with them leaving. And, like, Hardcore tries, but it doesn't work out. But they just, like, leave. And that's it. Again, it's so risky. I don't think too many shows would do that. But it paid off so well and was so... It felt so in line with where the show was going. And it felt like it's so interesting that like he got to preserve at least that one thing for him. Even if his brother hates him now. It's like he got to preserve that at least. And I just thought that was a freaking phenomenal scene.
I low-key have a small theory about his brother. A small one.
Hit me.
I haven't seen anything. Just to point this out, I don't know if people are talking about this or not. I think that his brother, because of this event, I know his dad was talking to him going like, Chris wasn't all that good, like our Chris or whatever, and we should all change and everything. But his brother seeing his dad get killed, finding out that the Chris he was hanging out with this whole time wasn't his brother and in fact killed his brother, and knowing all of his friends are from another universe, I think that he's going to assemble the Earth X heroes. And they are going to go on a rampage. There's going to be a second. He's probably going to go to their world, the DCU.
I could see that. That's a really good theory. I could see that.
I think that's what's going to happen. Because him getting into that ambulance at the end of the episode and having that rage on his face, I can tell he's instantly going to be thinking, I'm going to do whatever I can. Almost like Manta Ray in Aquaman when he was like, I'm going to kill Aquaman. That was the exact face he had. He's going to do something to get to that dimension to kill Peacemaker.
Yeah. I think if anything, if they don't do that, I can also see him just teaming up with Rick Flag. Now they have like the exact same motive. I mean, like we'll talk about in episode 8 what happens at the end anyway. But like,
Yeah.
I could see him coming into that dimension and teaming up with Rick Flag because of something that's I have an idea that's more than likely going to happen at the end of episode 8. But we'll talk about it right now. You have anything else you want to talk about episode 7 really fast?
No, I just think that was a very well done and well written episode.
Oh, so good. So
very
good.
well done.
All right. Now we're flash forward to episode 8, the most controversial episode of the show. So I was watching it and I was expecting Peacemaker's brother to come back and fight him, and they do the big epic fight. It wasn't until like 15 minutes into the episode I realized, like, oh wait, like, are we just getting wrap-ups of all the storylines? And then I settled into that, and I was just like sort of watching it, and oh my gosh, dude, I was smiling ear to ear the entire time. It was genius. I don't know, dude. There's something about it. Like, I understand like the Rick Flag stuff in the beginning, maybe like wasn't that interesting, and it's like, oh, they didn't do that here. But I think it sets up so much for DC.
Yeah. No, you okay?
Sorry. Yeah, I think it does so much for DC actually. And like having Rick Flag Sr. team up with Luthor, really?
Yes.
That's a big deal.
God.
That's a really big deal. And not even just that, but also like, I think the then assemblance of Checkmate, which also happens, another big deal. And then the third thing of them doing Salvation Planet. Like, that's a big deal. This is what I'm saying, okay? Everyone was like, Peacemaker, James Gunn gassed up these last 3 episodes. He said episode 8 was supposed to be the best thing ever. Like, he said he was so excited for it. My guy. Like, oh, how does this set up Man of Tomorrow? Okay, James Gunn, the guy that gave Weasel a freaking redemption story. You're telling me he wouldn't be excited about introducing a super unknown, low-key, like, a superhero team like Checkmate, which I don't know anything about. Maybe they're super popular. I wasn't familiar with them. A super low-key team like Checkmate, and then introducing a pretty big plotline in the DC Comics. Like, why wouldn't he be excited about that? That is literally the most James Gunn thing I've ever heard in my entire life. So, it amazes me that so many of you are like, oh, yeah, I think that's pretty lame, and I don't see how that connects. What do you mean? They're putting metahumans in a different dimension. Why wouldn't Superman care about that? Literally, why wouldn't he care about that? I don't understand, like, why that's not something. And even if it's not answered in Man of Tomorrow, like, that's a great plot point. And that's a fantastic plot point. So I literally have no understanding why that was such a big deal. Because you guys didn't get your big final fight and Superman didn't show up. Screw you guys. I'm sorry, dude. What happened to the years of good writing, bro? You know? Like, I don't understand, like, why we beg so much for great writing in these shows, but once we're given it, we complain. I don't understand it, bro. If you want that, you can go watch your MCU slop, all right? You can go watch your little cameo fest, Marvel Zombies. I'm sorry, I'm mad right now. Marvel Zombies crap, all right? Because you can go enjoy it. Go enjoy it, please. I'm happy that you enjoy it. But keep some of the, like, quality content for me, because I don't need y'all to enjoy it. I was more than satisfied with that ending. Anyway.
Honestly, my bad.
No.
Honestly, I'm right with you. Because here's the thing. At the start of the episode, I was keeping track. I was like, oh, they're showing us what happened on the boat. They're showing us a little start of it. Okay, I like that.
Good.
And then when they continued it on, I was kind of like, oh, this is going a little longer than expected. And then when I saw the 15-minute mark, and I believe it was 36 minutes, I was kind of like, oh no, I'm not gonna get my cameos. But then I saw them going through the portals. I saw them, and instantly I got hyped because I'm like, oh wait. So if Lex Luthor and Rick Flag are teaming up, or Rick Flag Sr. are teaming up and going through all these different dimensions, guys, you don't know how bad this can get. Like, that's instantly what got me into it. But once again, I'm not getting some cameos. But then what really sells me is, well, Peacemaker having that conversation in the motel room with Adebayo, Harcourt, Economos. Instantly, the whole time I'm thinking, where are my cameos? But right when I hear that conversation and hearing them come to him and hearing them, like, open up to him saying, you're a miracle, I instantly just sat back and I went, oh.
So good.
Oh, man. And when she starts crying a little bit, I'm like, oh, my gosh. He's wrapping it up so well. But just like you, I didn't hear anything about Checkmate. I think I heard one person talk about that, but I didn't look too much into it. I didn't know they were a superhero team until you said it or something. Or are they a superhero team or?
Yeah, they're like a government organization that like has
Okay,
superheroes on their team. They're like
got
artists,
you.
I think. But like I think
Yeah,
they're more private. I think they're like a private institution.
got you. So hearing that, seeing them, well, one, seeing it get wrapped up a little bit, and also seeing having Rick Flag Senior throw Peacemaker into I'm gonna say Salvation
Yeah,
dimension
that's what
or
they called it.
whatever.
Yeah.
I instantly went, oh, there's a lot of storylines they can do here, and also people are forgetting this can be investigated by the Green Lanterns. This could go into
You
Green
think?
Lantern a bit. I think so.
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm not trying to overhype and go like if
Yeah.
it's not in there, I'm gonna be mad. But I think that there could be endless possibilities where it could be investigated. For example, Superman with Man of Tomorrow. But also, I could see the Green Lanterns investigating it, or I could see another superhero being introduced through the Salvation thing. I've never read the Salvation comic book or the Salvation Planet. Is that what it's called?
Well, so just the salvation. It's just a dimension. It's
Okay.
like it's a planet where they throw metahumans.
Yeah, but it's like there's endless possibilities they can do with that, and that's what got me hype. I'm like, yo, there's still good. That was still a good cameo right there. He introduced like you said, a core comic book storyline in the DC Comics universe.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think it's that word that pisses me off. I think I just
Mhm.
don't like the word cameo. Like I
I
think the
know.
fact that like everything has to be like a oh yeah, cameo fest because Superman was relevant in the plot. You know, that's not a cameo. That's just like that's like saying like, "Oh, in Superman when when Guy Gardner was there, that's a cameo." No, it's
Mhm.
not. He's in the movie. Like that's or like when in Spider-Man No Way Home when the Spider-Man show up, that's a cameo. No, it's not. Like they're in the movie. Like they're like present. It's not a throwaway gag. It's not just a thing. It's like let's. I think that word is so overused, and I think we should like. I think we need to like stop using it because it's just.
Mhm.
I think it builds unhealthy controversy, and I think it builds an unhealthy conversation.
Oh yeah.
Um, but anyways, yes, that conversation in the motel room was so good. I think the conversation with Adebayo and her now ex was so good too. When
That
they
was really
they just
good.
talk about growing apart. I think that again, like just prime writing. Like it's so good.
Mhm.
But my favorite scene in that episode is when after the conversation he runs outside, he's like, Hardcore. Okay, did the boat mean
Yes.
something? And she goes, yeah, Chris, it did. It did mean something. And then he goes inside, the freaking needle drop, the intro music hits, and he jumps, he starts dancing. Oh my gosh, dude. That was peak. That genuinely did so much for me. And I think that like I don't know. I'm getting chills again just talking about it. Like that was such a
Mhm.
good scene and it felt like the payoff was so worth it. Like it was like that build up for it was literally genius.
Yeah.
Gosh, dude.
I even just think about it again. I'm still shocked that I did like it because once again, you know me. I love me some cameos, but this really was a very well done episode. Like once again, just like episode 7, maybe not as good as, or I didn't like it as much as episode 7, but I
Yeah.
still liked it. Like I
Mhm.
still liked that it finished up everything in a bow. Where it's like if we don't get a season 3, I mean, he already confirmed we're going to see the characters again, but this is
Yeah.
a pretty good way to wrap up season 2 of Peacemaker.
Mhm.
So I think he did a very good job. And I also think that this is a good way to bring them into the DCU if you're really just done, or not bring them into DCU, but the major
Like
plot
the
of
storyline,
the
yeah.
DCU. Yeah. Like, I think that is incredible. That's incredible planning, incredible directing, incredible writing, just an incredible job, man. Like, I don't know
Um
why people aren't more excited.
yeah, I know, dude. Like it just cuz people are boring. I'm sorry. Like I think people are just so boring. Um I think I will say I do part of me does wish Peacemaker didn't end up in the dimension. Like I
Mm,
think that kind of took me for a loop when like it bothered me a little bit knowing that
mm.
they weren't doing a third season and that he was just put there. I think if they talked about Salvation Planet, left it as that,
Anthony!
that's my brother.
Yes, sir.
I think if they talked about the planet and left it as that, I would have been more happy with Peacemaker having a happy ending.
Mm,
But like once that sort of settled, I was like, no, I'm very happy with this. Like I was still
yeah.
very happy at the end. I was like, oh my gosh, like what's going on? But I don't get it, dude. I really don't know what people wanted. Well, okay, never mind. I know what people
You know.
wanted. I think I think I treat episode 7 as the ending and episode 8 as an epilogue. think episode 8 had very heavy epilogue vibes, where it just wraps
Yes.
everything up, and episode 7 was the big dramatic ending that everyone wanted. You know?
I think that's why I'm fine with it, because
Yeah,
episode
same.
7 was exactly what I wanted in this season. Like, if I had more, I would have been like, this is the greatest show of all time. This is the
Yeah.
greatest, like, but this, like I said, very well directed, very well written, and very well executed.
Yeah. It was
Simple.
fantastic. But anyways, we have to move on because we're an hour and 30 minutes into this podcast. So
Yes,
let's
sir.
go. Let's go on to the roof, man, Phil. Not even giving a creative transition for it. I just want to hear what you thought. Give me your top level thoughts. I'm very upset I didn't get to watch this movie because I'm definitely planning on watching it. I really want to watch it, but
I
I'll hear
think
what
you
you
will
thought.
like this movie. I think you will. I'm going to start quickly with saying just this was a really good 7 out of 10 movie to me. This was really good 7 out of 10. Channing Tatum did a very good job in this performance. He did a very good job of. I don't know too much about the actual Roofman. I don't know if this was fully accurate, but this was Channing Tatum esque. Like Channing Tatum is a funny guy. He's a funny comedian who does funny, stupid stuff sometimes, but he's smooth with it as well, and he did that with this character. If you don't know too much about the Roofman, this it's basically about a criminal who was robbing places, basically going through a roof, and then I believe he would do it at nighttime, like around 2, 3 a.m., and then he would, when the workers would come in, he'd rob them and then just dip. But eventually gets caught, gets arrested. Uh, Once again, finds a way, because that's the coolest thing about this guy that was showcased in the movie. He was very calculated, very observant. He knew how to get out of different situations, and he knew how to what's it called? He just knew things, and he knew it at the right time because he's a retired, or he's an ex soldier, so he was very like, I want to say he was not just observant, because he has that observance in him, but he just using that and using his military skills and everything was just impressive to watch. And Channing Tatum playing that was incredible. But this was a very good movie because it wasn't just that it was interesting watching what was going on. I felt bad for him. I really did, because his narration, because he narrates through the movie, was so on point, and it was so nice to hear him talk about like his side of things, and talk about, like, I think him opening up the movie with just like, yeah, I mean, I've done some real stupid stuff, done some really stupid stuff, but it, like where you come from, where I come from, you just try to just survive, do what you got to do. But I've always just been trying to figure out what my thing is, what my thing really is, and throughout the movie, he's pretty much like carrying that. He's pretty much carrying like what really is his thing, like what can he do. And it was funny when he realized that, and he was like, he because his friend told him your superpower, observance, and he just goes, yeah, well, how I'm gonna use that superpower. I'm using it this way, and then he just starts robbing places, and I'm like, well, I mean, because his goal too wasn't just to rob places to like have money for himself. It was to have money to support his family. And like hearing that, like I feel bad for him. Like he had the right idea, but poor execution.
Mm.
But it really made me kind of like the character that was shown to me on screen. And also there were a lot of sad moments. It gets really real. Like really, like this is a drama movie. It's a
Yeah,
comedy, but it's a comedy drama.
that's pretty awesome.
But that's what really sold me in this movie. Like I was in that theater with there was a lot more people than I expected. We were laughing our butts off. We were having a fun time watching this movie. But when it got real, everybody was just like, dang, like it hits you. It really does hit you on certain scenes, like a
That's
lot.
awesome.
But I had fun watching this movie, and I don't regret at all watching this in theaters. And I highly suggest you guys watch it because it was a really good watch. A
Mm.
comedy that's a drama that can get serious, but also get really silly and fun.
Yeah, I plan on watching it. I was so upset I didn't get to it. I feel like I would love it.
I
Um,
1000% want you to watch this movie.
yeah,
Like whether it's on streaming, whether it's in the movie theater, I just really want to hear your thoughts on it because I think you would love it.
yeah,
I think you
it's
would.
definitely gonna be on the list. It's definitely gonna be on the cleanup list for sure. Hopefully, I get
Mhm.
time maybe this weekend. But yeah,
Yes.
anything else you want to say on it?
Just Lakeith Stanfield, bro. I didn't know he was in this movie. Whenever he's in anything, like Knives Out, Get Out, Atlanta, he just kills it with whatever part he's in. He's a small part in this movie, but he's so good and he delivers his lines so well. Like, I need to see him in more movies, and I need that to continue on. Whether it's a TV show, whether it's a movie, I need him to continue on. Did you ever see Get Out?
Yeah, I watched Get Out.
Yeah, you know who Lakeith
Yeah,
Stanfield
you're
is,
talking
right?
about the
Okay.
friend, right?
Well, in Get Out, he is the one who actually is the first person who gets caught in the
Maybe I
beginning of the
don't know who
movie.
this is. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna look him up.
He's
Who's Lakeith
also the
Stanfield?
detective in Knives Out who was helping LeBlanc, I believe, or something.
Yeah.
But anything he acts in, he's just so good, bro.
Oh yeah. Okay, I do know this guy is. Yeah.
He's so good.
So
I think. Well, you know what? No, he was no. I'll give the only downside. The one time it was a miss a little bit was when he was in Death Note, the live action movie, and he played L, I believe. That was kind of a downside, but I still had fun with it. I love him as an actor. I'm just glad he was in this movie.
yeah. All right.
But yeah,
Let's
7 out of
move on.
10. Highly recommend.
Let's move on to Tron Ares movie. Phil, we both watched it. You've been telling me you have a lot to say, so I'll go first, really fast.
Go.
I think you have more to say.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my score for Tron Ares out of 10. Giving it a 4 out of 10. I think this was a bad movie. I actually think it's pretty bad. Like, I actually think no one should go watch this movie, actually. It felt like a waste of time. The plot was essentially non-existent. The character development was super fast and random. The visuals were cool. The music was good, but the mixing was awful. Where I had to look to my friend, I'd be like, hey, what'd they just say? Like, I didn't hear that. Like, I didn't caught none of that. It was just what felt like a mess of a movie and was trying to cash in on an audience that I don't think is big enough to cash in on. I don't think there is a lot of general fanfare for Tron. I think a lot of people know what it is and think it's cool, but I think Tron is a niche. I think it's 100% a niche, and I don't think this movie does a good job of capturing a niche audience or a general audience. I just think in general it's a bad movie.
How dare you, Izzy? I'm just playing now.
I need to know what you think. What did you think? No.
All right,
me.
guys. Just to let you guys know, I love Tron. I love the franchise. I do. I was there. I wasn't there. I watched Tron, but I wasn't there when it came out. I watched Tron Legacy, loved it. I watched Tron Uprising, probably the best Tron content we've gotten. Watch Tron Ares. Just gonna give you guys my rating real quick. It's a 6 out of 10.
You're too generous.
Yeah, I am. I really am, and it's sad. It's very sad. I should give it a 5 out of 10, but I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. Want to say one thing. Jared Leto, to me, wasn't that bad in this movie that I thought he was gonna be. I thought he was okay for what he got. I think it's only because the beginning of it, I was kinda a little bit sold, but the rest of the movie, I am not gonna say it's his fault. I'm gonna say it's whoever wrote the movie.
I agree. I do agree with that. Yeah.
Because there was a lot, just like you. I don't know what they were doing for 15 years. That was a mess. I'm not gonna say a fully disappointing mess because there were a couple of small little elements that I liked, but there were things that I was expecting. Like, even if they didn't fully do it, I was expecting just a little bit of it. They didn't do any of it. It was a fully wasted potential movie. And I just want to say, having actors in this movie like Greta Lee, Gillian Anderson, Hassan Minaj, and Arturo Castro.
Evan Peters.
Wasted. Evan Peters, especially. What's his name? No, not even just him. Cameron Monaghan.
Yeah.
Waste.
Oh. Dude, that caught me off guard. He was in it for a minute. Me and my friend, we love Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. We looked at it, we were like, oh my god, like what? Like, that was crazy. I don't know, that made me happy.
That's one of the main things I really want to complain about. Like, my boy Cal Kestis, not even just that. They were selling the fact that Cameron Monaghan was in the movie.
Oh, I didn't know he was in the movie at all. Are you serious?
When he was casted in the movie, they had this everywhere. They were like, oh, he's in Tron Ares. It's going to be so good. Because Cameron Monaghan, he's a good actor. Yeah. A very good actor. And the fact that the only time we saw him in Tron Ares was when he got a piece of his leg derezed and he's being saved by Ares. And then next thing you know, Evan Peters just goes, okay, let me just delete him. Boom. Just deletes him and then we never see him again? What the heck? what the actual heck? Like, what were we planning with this movie? What were we trying to do? Greta Lee's character, I think it was a waste. I think that
Not
we needed,
likable at all.
yeah, not likable because we couldn't connect with her. There was no point to
No.
connect with her. There was
Eh,
nothing to connect with.
Outside of her sister passing away from cancer, I felt like that like is the most. I'm sorry, this might be rude to say. I think that's the most surface level way you could ever get me to connect with anyone. Saying
Mm,
anyone's relative died of a sickness is just it
yeah.
just doesn't work for me. Unless like I'm like connected with that like relative as well. I don't
Mm.
know, dude. I don't buy that. Funny comparison, but it's the same way in the Minecraft movie when they talk about their mom passing away and they say, "Yeah, her dream was for us to move to Ohio." Like I
Yeah, that was
laughed. This
stupid.
is what I'm saying. It's things like that where I just like couldn't connect, dude. And like I couldn't connect with Ares at all. Like
Yeah.
Phil,
Yeah.
look, the opening is cool, and I will say that. I think the opening is
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sick.
what I mean. That's what I mean.
But
That's it.
I don't think the movie does a good job of him becoming self-aware and making it like interesting or compelling. I think
Yeah.
he just kind of turns good. And he's like,
Mhm.
"Yeah, you know what? I don't want to be used." Like 20
Yeah.
minutes into the movie, there's no build up to that at all.
Yeah.
Like there's subtle hints. There's hints of like him being like a little bit I don't know if I want to do that. And that's fine, but like for it to happen so fast, I was just like what the heck? Like, okay, what are we
Mhm.
doing? And don't even get me started on the really weird forced relationship between Greta Lee and Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the whole movie, I wish they kissed because I would have laughed. I would have laughed so hard. Like, I was waiting
I
for
thought
it.
they really were gonna kiss. I
Dude,
thought they
it was
were.
gross. It was weird. When he's sitting in the car with her and he tells her, "Oh, yeah, I know everything about you." Okay, like cool, like that's not oh my gosh, dude, it like
Oh
again, like
man.
that's freaking just a very lazy way of showing that a character like understands another character by being like, well,
Mhm.
I'm a code so I can read everything that you've ever done and read all your texts, and look, it'll be a little funny because it's kind of creepy, but also look, it's so sweet. No, it's not. It's just weird. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It was so, and then the fact that she gives into it, like she's slowly like, yeah, my boyfriend Ares. I know she says it as a
Oh
joke, but it's like
man.
supposed to like hint at her being kind of into him. That's like where her first like that's the spot where her mind goes, you know?
Bro, I just even hearing this now, I'm gonna demote my rating to a
Yes,
5.
yes,
I'm
finally. Oh my
demoting.
gosh, but you're too nice, bro. It's an awful
I really
movie.
am. I it's just that I love this I love this franchise. I do. Like it's a guilty pleasure franchise that I love because like Tron Legacy was so cool to me. Obviously, it wasn't the most perfect movie, but it was so cool, and like I felt like there was so much potential you could go into. This movie went totally backwards. Like
It
it totally.
does.
Have you seen Tron and Tron
No,
Legacy?
no, never. And
Okay,
my friend loves Tron Legacy.
yeah,
I plan on watching it on my watch list. I watched 20 minutes of
mm
Tron Legacy a while ago and
mm.
I fell asleep. Not because it was boring. I was really tired, and I just never
No, it's no
watched it after
problem.
that.
But it's just Tron. Like it was one of the movies that revolutionized. I think it was computer
Yeah,
graphics.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it
It was that it
introduced a
when
new
CG
element.
yeah, when it did CGI, it like
Yeah,
that was considered cheating. Like
yeah.
that was a big
It
deal.
it
That was like they
it ruined their
didn't
chances of winning an Oscar.
yeah.
But then you get like watching Tron, like no matter what you guys thought, it was still a cool thing of a person going into a video game and like just being able to actually do the stuff in the video game. But the coolest thing ever was getting Tron Legacy, and that was a major step up. Like the mood was fully changed. It wasn't silly, it was serious. And the storyline they gave us, maybe it wasn't perfect, but it was still really cool about the ISOs and how like the visuals insane, the soundtrack insane, but there was a little bit of a story there. A little bit. You get Tron Ares, where were we? Where are we? Are we like it's a whole new version of it where we don't know what is like they're trying to build, and then they have the audacity to give us an end credit scene,
Oh,
and
there was.
there was an end credit scene. It was probably one of the crappiest end credit
What
scenes
was
ever.
it?
It was Evan Peters' character, ending
Oh, I
up in
did see
that
it. I
grid.
did see it. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But like they were bringing back an old villain from the
Yeah,
first
yeah, yeah. My
Tron, and
friend
it was
pointed that
like
out. Yeah, my
I
friend was
was
like,
like
"Oh, is that?" And I was like, "I don't know."
I was like, why? But here's what I really wanted to get into. Because I want to say I am passionate about this franchise. I have so many ideas I would have done better. So many. Obviously I would have mentioned Beck and Tron from Tron Uprising. I would have mentioned something with that because there's a huge fandom for it. It's once again, it's the best Tron content we've gotten. I would have definitely had like a go way more into the Dillinger systems and NCOM and have them instead of like being all this silly like whatever rivalry they had, make them actually evil. Well, make Dillinger systems like actually go evil because Evan Peters can get there. We know with Dahmer, with him in American Horror Story, like he can touch that level. Like obviously make it Disney level type of stuff, but make him just an unlikable character.
Oh my
Make
gosh,
him so bad.
his reaction to his mom's death is the funniest thing on planet Earth. His reaction of no, don't. Bro, you didn't even try. You didn't even try to help your mom. She was like slowly walking, and he didn't even try to run over there. He just like watched.
Yeah, I just and even that too. Gillian, you have Gillian Anderson in this movie. Make her also evil. Make them a mother and son duo that are running the company of this guy who was supposed to run NCOM, and make them evil. Make them just god awful CEOs that are a team trying to either ruin MCOM or ruin the grid. Like it, my idea with it was this: make it the whole like make their whole plan to make it seem like they're trying to sell arms, but really they're trying to distract everybody to actually take over the grid. Because the grid is the real money maker there. The grid, you can do anything there. The fact that they were able to hack a system by getting into it and causing all that mayhem, if I was Evan Peters or Gillian Anderson's characters, I would have been like, that's the play there. Figure out a way to transport us in there, and they did that, but they didn't capitalize on that. Next up, Ares, Athena, and Caius. Caius is the character that Cameron Monaghan played. Make it about them getting abused by both companies, NCOM and Dillinger Systems. Make it where they're AIs that are really just noticing both of these companies suck. Both of them are just trying to use us. We are, what did he say? Biblically strong, unbelievably good, smart AIs. Let's use it against them.
And
Let's use it against them.
And that's so funny because I think the movie wanted to go there and it just never did. Like, because especially with the ending with Athena's final, like, monologue to Ares that I was supposed to, like, feel for, I guess, where it's like, oh, she's been used her whole life. To me, it kind of just seems like they just got here. They've probably been around for the 2 hours this movie is, and Ares doesn't seem to, like, I don't know. I love that. I think they should have been the focus. Screw Greta Lee's character in that whole thing.
Yes.
Just leave it them three trying to like deal with everything. And I think that's another problem I have with this movie. You called it the grid. I didn't know what it was called. The grid is the Tron place. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not even they're not even there like ever. They're literally not even there. They literally have that one big escape. That's it. And by the way, cool scene. Fine scene, nothing revolutionary. That's the other thing is I think the choreography for this movie is overall pretty okay. It's not good. I think it's literally just okay. It's so fine. It's so whatever. And there was potential to make it awesome, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, they weren't even in the grid at all. They made the entire movie in the real world, and that literally takes out one of the most captivating parts of Tron. It's the visuals.
Yeah.
And then like my friend was like, "Oh yeah, but like when they go into the Tron, like the old, like the original video game, that was pretty cool."
Oh yeah, the 80s grid. That was cool.
Honest? Can I be honest? I understand it's a cool callback. To me, that feels cheap. I'm like, oh, that's so easy. Like that's such an easy cash grab, you know? Like, look, they go into the old. Look, it's like a reference. Oh my gosh, when we talk about cameos all the time, this is probably what you guys like, don't you? Oh my gosh, dude.
But yeah, going because I do want to talk about Ares, Athena, and Caius a little bit more because this is another thing I really wanted. If you make them like the main focus, have Ares have the Anakin Skywalker decision and have him go full Darth Vader. Have Caius be the dude or Athena that team up to try to I would have liked that way more.
Yeah, that would definitely be cool, and then that would set up a sequel too. That's pretty cool.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's what I mean. If you were trying to set up a sequel, use those three more. Like you bragged about them the whole time in the trailers. we only got, and we don't even see them in the grid. Like, why not just use that?
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, when you were saying Greta Lee, like don't even use her, a crappy character. I know her character wasn't the best, but the way I would have used her, I would have tried to be the only good thing at NCOM. Because here's the thing. Once again, a new generation of MCOM. When you watch Tron Legacy, you probably see like NCOM wasn't doing what Kevin Flynn would have wanted. That was the dude you saw in the 80s
Yeah.
grid. Make it where everybody at MCOM is also almost as bad as the people at Dillinger Systems, where they are also the people trying to abuse the grid, abuse it for money, whatever, just not use it in the right way, and have Greta Lee be the only person. Also build on her. Let us get to know her at the beginning, but make her be the only person who has kind of some sense that the AIs, Ares, Athena, and Caius can communicate with in some way. The only light in both companies. That would have sold me. But the fact that that's the craziest thing. I had all these ideas just based off of just watching that, and the fact that they gave us this slop. You know what? I'm going 410. I'm going 410.
Yes,
I'm going
there
for
we
it.
go. There we
Just keep talking about
go.
it fully. I'm going 4 out of 10.
It's a
I'm
bad
sorry.
movie, Phil. Like
It's bad.
I
It's
could give
bad.
it a 3 out of 10. I generally think I don't think it's like the worst movie ever. It's no War of the Worlds. Like there's good visuals and decent music,
Yeah.
you know? But like the story is a literally nothing burger. I finished the movie and I'm like, "Oh, cool. Jared Leto's in the real world now." And he's like, I don't know. I didn't care at all. I just like really didn't care.
It was
What a
just
waste of a
wasted
film.
potential, bro. It was
what a
wasted
waste of a film.
potential.
So true.
But yeah, man,
I mean, sorry.
my bad.
I mean, did you see that like Disney's talking about like just retiring the franchise?
I don't blame them. I know they said movie like the putting it on the big screen type of retirement, which I'm hoping is an
Yeah.
announcement of Tron Uprising season 2, because we've never gotten to season 2, and it's criminal because that's the best content we've gotten. But like I said, I love the franchise. Tron and Tron Legacy, Tron Uprising, really good. Even the video games that I played in the past were good. But this ruined everything.
Can
This
I be
really
honest
did.
though? I don't feel bad for Disney because I'm like, well, this is your fault.
Yeah, it
Like,
is.
who are you hiring to do these things? You're not caring about your scripts. You're just like, oh yeah, easy cash grab. There's so many people that love Tron. Can I be honest?
Yeah,
I actually don't think there is a large group of general audience that loves Tron. I think Tron is a niche. I think people that like Tron love Tron, and like that's their thing. I don't think like mainstream people are watching Tron, and I think that's evident in the fact that no one's watching it. You know, like it made no money. If it was great, yeah, people would go watch it. But like that's just not where we're at anymore. Like people need quality content, you know? And like Disney is just going to keep taking these L's, and I'm kind of okay with it because it will show them, hey, maybe it's not the IP that's the problem. It's probably our scripts and who we're hiring, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just a thought.
But like you said, the visuals and Nine Inch Nails did a pretty good job. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't too impressed, but that's because I was given the holy grail of Daft Punk's score in Tron Legacy. Because I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the best movie soundtracks of all time. I'm not gonna lie, it best movie soundtracks, best movie scores. It is definitely up there. Like that's how good that soundtrack is. But Nine Inch Nails, I didn't think it was that crazy. I know there were a couple people trying to say like it's equal to Tron Legacy.
They were like
no,
good
it is
bops.
not.
They were like head bops, you know, like they're pretty good. But it kind of they all sounded the same to me. Most of the songs sounded the same to me.
I'm telling you, watch Tron Legacy in an IMAX theater or something, or watch it on a really good listen to it on a really good speaker. You will know what I'm talking about. Like nothing compares to that Daft Punk soundtrack in the Tron series. Like that's how good the Daft Punk soundtrack is. I'm standing on that. But like, yeah, Tron Ares, I'm just saying it was wasted potential. A lot of good actors who definitely could have done something in this, but it's the script, the writers ruined it. It just ruined it. You had all that potential and you ruined it. I don't want to put too much on the director because he has done. I mean, he did okay with Pirates of the Caribbean, the recent one that came out. He did okay, but like this one, I don't know if I want to blame it fully on him because I feel like Disney was just way too attached to this. But then again, Pirates of the Caribbean was attached to Disney, the latest one. So I don't know. But yeah.
Rough film. I was gonna say something. I don't remember what I was gonna say. It doesn't matter. Anyways, just honestly, it's gonna be one of those things. Hey guys, go rush the movies, but don't watch this movie. Like don't watch it. It's a waste of your money.
Just wait until streaming, please.
Not even. No, can I be honest, bro? It's a waste of your 2 hours. Time is so finite. Don't watch this movie. It was a waste.
I just wish that. Well, now we're probably not gonna get it. If they retire Tron, I understand after this movie.
It's unfortunate. It's just.
It is,
dude. It was bad. But yeah.
4 out of 10 now.
4
Official
out of 10,
rating.
baby.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
But yeah,
anyways.
guys. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, that's it, dude. Awful movie. And we'll definitely talk about. Hey, we'll do a worst movies of the year list, and we'll talk about it.
We're gonna do a worst movies of the year list?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Probably.
Okay,
not.
I was like, if you want to do it, we can do it.
That'd be so fun. I don't think I've watched a lot of movies that like I feel are genuinely bad. I think it's like this and War of the Worlds, and then like Minecraft probably. Maybe Lilo and Stitch. I didn't think Lilo and Stitch was bad though. I thought it was whatever.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Not like crazy, but I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
But anything else? Whoa! All right, long episode, y'all. But anyways, thank you for staying with us. But make sure to follow PhilmPod, Twitter, along with Spotify. Oh yeah, you guys are gonna listen to this. You guys are gonna love this episode on Spotify. We had a lot of emphatic conversations.
It's gonna be a few day listen.
Yep. You guys are gonna want to listen to this. But anyways, I'm your film. This is ADD. Thank you, Sal Saperstein.